Testing. Yeah. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's THR Touring Car League Group B event, the final one of what has been a fantastic season so far. I'm Matthew Duffin, aka Matt Ermovich. I'll take you through the action tonight as it goes on. Right now we have the Prestige Man Ginetta Junior Championship, and I can inform you that Little Leach has won the title in this one, so nothing to play for here. Few positions maybe here or there that were in the title, but a massive congratulations to Little Leach, who has won the title already. I hope everybody's strapped into their seats and is ready for a fantastic 2-hour racing. Here we bring you the Ginetta Juniors, the GT5 class, the GT4 Ginettas, the Renault Clio Cup sponsored by Tintop Racing UK here in the chat. Good evening to you. The GT3 Porsche Carrera Cup and the btcc touring cars, all with sponsors which we'll go through during the night. I'll run you through the championship so far. So like I said earlier, Little Leach has won the title and that is already wrapped up. Gary is in second, Tyler third, Louis Matt fourth, Ben Phelan in sixth, NJ in seventh, Holty eighth, NJ in sixth, Holty seventh, TMLS eighth, Deeks in ninth, Monkey Boy 10th, Dean Wasocki 11th, Alfie 13th, Peaceful Explosion in 14th, Don't Know Mate, Peaceful Explosion in 13th, apologies, Don't Know Mate 14th, Swimfins 15th, Mazda 16th, Lil Trev in 17th. We're on board with Little Leach, the champion of the GT5 class, and we're going to go on a lap of the Brands Hatch GP circuit as he has to make has to avoid some drama there. We're on board it then. Smithy in the chat, good evening to you, sir. Hope you're well. Little Leach fan as always. And we're about to start a lap of Brands Hatch GP. So they are down the main straight and break into Paddock Hill. Down the dip and back up they come into Druids, down towards the Graham Hill bend. You see a bit of traffic in front there. On the throttle nice and early is Little Leach. Down the Cooper straight towards Surtees. Long left-handed, be gentle. Too much curb there from Leach and he's round. Oh, that'll ruin his first time lap. Just to let you know, it's 10 minutes qualifying tonight with it being such a long track. 10-minute qualifying in all the races, I am led to believe. But Leach round at Surtees, so not the start he'd have been looking for there, but we'll carry on the lap with Leach. Down Pilgrim's Drop. Good chance to slipstream someone in the race and overtake them. As we come up to Hawthorns. And there's another spinner in front of Leach. Up to Dingledell. Sheen Curve, sorry. Around Dingledell up to Sheen Curve. Then into Stirling's. And down the straight. Try and take advantage of a slipstream in front if there is one. There isn't for Leach at the moment, we know. As we go round Clearwaves and the Clark Curve. And as you can see, time's coming in already. We'll get to them. We know Little Leach's time's going to be a bit poor here. And it was invalid, in fact. So it's Tyler who's currently sitting on pole position, followed by Holty. Peaceful Explosion in third. Monkey Boy is in fifth. Alfie's in... Monkey Boy's fourth. Alfie's in fifth. NJ in sixth. Deeks in seventh. I was told Deeks had changed his initials on the timing screen. That doesn't seem to have changed. Changed his initials on the timing screen to help us out. We have a Deeks and a Dean Wasocki. There you can see TMLS in 8th. And so far, Louis Matt, Dean Wasocki, Gary, Ben and Little Leach with no time set. So with half the qualifying time finished already, Tyler, as you can see, the first man on track and the main man in terms of pole position. Just trying to find out who that is on track. It's about to get a lap time in. Is that Louis Matt? It's Louis Matt. Will this be his first timed lap? Let's have a look. Sooty, welcome to the chat. Nice to see you tonight. Good evening, everyone. Gary has no fans. Come on, Wacky Saki, says the Sooty. There you go, Wacky Saki. You've got yourself a fan, it seems. And Louis Matt, no time set there for him. Does Tyler improve? He does. What about Holty? Can he... Gary takes pole from Tyler there. So what about Holty? Holty has gone quicker than Tyler. Peaceful Explosion. Two cars seem to have had a off there. So Louis Matt with no time. Dean Wasocki with no time. And Ben with no time. Little Leach set a time and goes second. Just a 10th down on Gary. and runs into the gravel there. And round he goes. 10-minute qualifying, so you've got the chance to really get the tyres up to temperature here. You've really got the time to get in a couple of laps. It's such a big circuit, 2.4 miles long, so you've got the time. Dean Wasaki puts in a time. Only 10th best though at the minute, so just Louis, Matt and Ben feeling who haven't set a time. Cracking job from Ben last Thursday night on commentary as what was a action-packed Group A evening, where AMH, Iceman and myself took the championships. IMH won the Porsches and the touring cars. I won the Ginetta GT5s, the juniors, and Iceman won the GT4s and the Clio. So congratulations to all of them. Alfie is pitted. There's plenty of time for another time lap here. So running through the grid at the minute, it's Gary on provisional pole at the minute from Little Leach, Holty, Tyler, NJ, Peaceful Explosion, Monkey Boy, Alfie, Deeks, Dean Wasaki, TMLS, Lumatt and Ben. Still no time set. Here is Ben. Caught a bit of controversy last week in the GT4 race. Hopefully tonight we won't see anything like that. We'll see people respecting the blue flags. We don't want to see anybody being taken out because of blue flags or anything. So Lumatt set a time. He's gone 8th quickest. We're going to stay on board with Ben here as he come down towards Clearways. Can he get a time on the board here? Round the clock curve, down the start, finish straight. Where we're going to be. 3rd quickest. Great lap from Ben. Just 8/10 off of the pole man Gary. Gary very confident, very up for tonight. He feels like he wants it. Like I say, the title done, but 2nd place is up for grabs between Gary and Tyler. There is a maximum of 37 points up for grabs here. 35 for the win, 1 for pole and 1 for fastest lap. So as we see Gary go around there, seeing a lot of people spinning tonight in qualifying. This is only the start of the racing. I don't know about that. Gary's in the pits. He feel like he can't go faster. He's not coming back out. Smithy all over loving Little Leach at the moment. Is it tonight or is it Little Leach? Champ. Well, at the minute, your boy is round. He'll have time to get back round for another lap. But he's 2/10 down on Gary at the moment. Ben sits 3rd, 8/10 down. He's coming onto the back of Little Leach, as you can see there. Hopefully Little Leach will stay out the way for him. Holty in a good 4th place. Sits 7th in the championship. He's a good 4th place from here. Goes quickest. What a lap from Holty that is. Gary's in the pit, so can't improve, and Holty puts it on pole position by a 10th of a second. Little Leach down to 3rd and Ben 4th. What a lap from Holty that is. Tyler down in 5th there. Louis Matt up to 6th. NJ in 7th. Deeks in 8th. Peaceful Explosions down in 9th. We'll see him cross the line. Does he improve at all here? As he comes across now, he improves. P8. Deeks down to 9th. Monkey Boy's in the pits. He's done. Little Leach sits in the pits. He's done. Alfie. He's in P11. Dean Wasaki 12th. He's coming down towards the clock. Towards Clearways. Can he get a timing? Can he improve on his 1:46? For Dean, this is about where's it going to be on the grid. Deeks is in the pits now. Tyler's in the pits. He can't go any quicker. Dean will get another lap in and goes quicker. And Alfie's picked him there. So Dean is now on the back of the grid. Alfie has picked him. So times coming in thick and fast. Ben now looks the best challenger. Qualifying's complete. It's this man, Holty. He's 7th in the championship. Can he improve on this time? Ben is pretty much a second down. Louis Matt's just gone into 5th. What does Holty do here? Does he improve? He crosses the line. No improvement there. Where's Louis Matt? He's done. Ben's called it a day. He's pitted. Alfie done. TMLS is still on a lap. He's on a charge. So last guy out on track here who's on a lap. Can TMLS improve on his 12th position? Dean Wysocki, you can see 2 seconds down on TMLS. Dean is also done. He's in the pits. Louis Matt and Alfie are both done as well, as is Holty. Can TMLS improve? Needs to find second and half to improve on Monkey Boy. What time is he going to be able to post in here? He round, clear waves, and the clock curve on to the start finish straight. TMLS, the last guy out on track. He's about to cross the line any minute now, and his time is, we will find out if he improved on his 12th place or not. So it's Holty with what many might class as a surprise pole position there for him. Gary in second, the champ, Little Each in third, Louis Matt's fourth, Ben Phelan in fifth, Tyler sixth, Alfie seventh, NJ in eighth, Peaceful Explosion 10th, Deeks in Peaceful Explosion 9th, Deeks in 10th, Monkey Boy 11th, TMLS 12th, and Dean Wysocki bringing up the rear. Great to see so many people in the chat. Appreciate you all being here. In for an exciting night tonight. Any comments in for who's going to win this race? I have to say, Holty. Many surprised by that, probably. What a start. So we're live for the final round of the Prestige Man Ginetta Junior Championship. We're lights out. We're away. Gary's not got a good start. That's Louis Matt in fourth, who looks like he got away well. Alfie's got off the line good as well. And we're down into turn one. Holty is off the line brilliantly. Gary manages to keep second. It's Louis Matt up into third. When the camera can pick him up, he did look like he had Ben all over the back of him. Defends into Druids. And Ben picks up fourth. Little Each drops to sixth. He's got Tyler on the inside. Bit of door up in there with Ben there from Little Each. Back up into fourth. Tyler looks around the outside of Ben. Can't get the job done there. Everybody looked like they got through cleanly. So Ben in fifth, Tyler sixth. Tyler's under attack from NJ here. Around the outside, Surtees. It's a move that can stick. And I think Neil's done him. Yes, he's through there. Great move from Neil on the outside. Tyler's now down to seventh. Not the start he'd have been hoping for. Alfie's in eighth. Deeks is in ninth. Closing down on him. As you can see, TMLS as well there in the background. Hoping this battle will come into his favour. There's Peaceful Explosion in 11th. Monkey Boy down to 12th. And Dean Wysocki in 13th. Not the best start for him. But up front, Gary is all over the back of Holty here. Holty put it on pole. Gary's going to want this race win. Gary's been on form these last 2 race meetings in Group B. There's two cars off in the background. That looked like Little Leach and NJ. But we're going to stay on board this battle here at the moment. The champ is round. So what's going to happen? Gary down towards Clearways. Into clock curve now. Gary is all over the back of Holty, nearly touching the gravel there. Louis Matt sitting in third. They come over the line. Holty has led for a lap. Good start here from him. Louis Matt, though, being given the opportunity to get onto the back of Gary here. Down, up towards Druids. Gary looks around the outside. Does Louis Matt think about going up the inside? Nope, too far back. It's a good little battle. Holty driving well here. Gary looking up the inside. Graham Hill Ben thinks better of it this time. All this is allowing Louis Matt onto the back of him. Ben there you can see in the background. He'll be wanting a piece of this action as well. And Louis Matt now right onto the back as we break into Surtees. And can't stick it up the inside. So I know to be getting a bit of breathing room here as Louis Matt's put Gary under a bit of pressure. As we can see, Little Leach and NJ down at the back of the field. Dean Wysocki's now down to the back of the field. Little Leach and NJ have passed him. Well, the best of starts for Dean there. He'll want to get up to pace a bit quicker than that. Battles all around. We can see Alfie's in 6th with Tyler and Deeks behind. TMLS is now 6th. Alfie's in 5th. They're all battling here. Battles around everywhere. And these two don't seem to be catching Holty here. Excuse me. Holty seems to be getting away here. Gary can't apply the pressure to Holty. Holty's off! Oh, he's made a mistake coming through Sterling's. He's made a mistake. He's dropped to 3rd place. Is he going again? Is he back up to speed? Looks like he is. Oh, heartbreak for Holty. The pole man, he's off. Oh, what happened there then? Only he will know. We was watching the battle between Louis, Matt and Gary, but only he'll know what happened. Tyler then, all over the back of TMLS. These two had a bit of a coming together in qualifying last week, managed to sort out the differences. TMLS gives him plenty of room, and Tyler through. Will TMLS look back up the inside into turn 1? No, Tyler's too far in front, but Deeks trying to get onto the back of him. Leach and NJ, they're coming through that pack. They're on the back of Monkey Boy. We can see Leach looks like he's going to get moved around the outside. No. Does he try the switch back? He's a bit too far back, but Monkey Boy can't come across because Leach is there. That's nicely done up to the inside of Druids. Can the NJ follow through? No. He's trying to stick a nose in. We'll be on the outside for Graham Hill Bend. No, can't get it done this time around. Alfie to the back of the grid, so I don't know what's happened there. Dean Wasoki's up to 12th now. NJ then still behind Monkey Boy. Halty though, catching back up to the back of Louis, Matt. Gary's been released from the front and he's just gone 2.5 seconds up the road. Halty though, trying to get into the back of Louis, Matt. Ben's still there in the background. They're just dropping off from Ben a little bit. Ben's in his own little race, he seems, here, as Tyler's well behind him. Peaceful Explosion now has NJ behind. Little Leach has passed Peaceful Explosion. We can see there NJ's done Monkey Boy. So these two, the Champ and NJ, trying to make their way from the back of the grid here after the spins earlier. As you can see, the red mark on the number indicates a penalty, time penalty for the driver. So as we can see, NJ, Deeks and Dean Wasaki both have penalties, as NJ looks round the outside of Peaceful Explosion through clearways down to the Clark curve, and Peaceful Explosion lets him by no problem. Ben must have made a mistake though, or Tyler is just flying, because Tyler is all over the back. Oh, is their headset disconnected? Tyler is all over the back of Ben Phelan here, and this is for 4th place at the moment. The leaders have gone. They're up the road. Monkey Boy on the back of NJ, that looks like there. The little hazard mark indicates when a driver's within a second of somebody else. You can see in the background there's TMLS with Little Leach all over the back of him. He's going to want to try and pick up some points and finish his season off well here. Gary 2.1 out front. Tyler's just dropped off the back of Ben a little bit there, so let's go back down to Little Leach. He's on the back of TMLS as we're coming down towards Hawthorns. Does he look up the inside? Does he put it up the inside? TMLS very respectably gives him room. That's clean racing. That's what we want to see. Nice clean racing. And Leach up the inside. Tyler, though, on the back of Ben within the second. Peaceful Explosion. He's 11th. He's got Deeks behind. Is that... No, Deeks is in front. Dean Wasoki's behind. He's there. It's Peaceful Explosion. It was in the red and black car. Sorry. He's trying to catch Deeks. Peaceful Explosion also has a time penalty now. Dean Wasaki down to 12th. We've lost a runner. I think we've lost Alfie. So Alfie is gone. He looks like he's retired. There's a car sat in the pit, so he's retired. So we've lost Alfie from this race, unfortunately. But it's Gary out front. He's going to want to end the season well. He's going to want to end it with a bang. Gary the other week at Snetterton took 4 out of 5 wins, and last week at Silverstone took 3 out of 5 wins. So he's going to want to hope possibly for a clean sweep tonight. Halty just seems to drop off the back of Louis Matt there, so unfortunately he's not going to be happy with that. TMLS having a great showing. What's happened to Ben? Ben 7th, slow up into Druids, that look there. Had he ran wide at Paddock and gone into the gravel. But either way, it's gifted Tyler, TMLS and Monkey Boy a place. You see there in front, Monkey Boy just going onto the grass. That may be a slowdown penalty for him. NJ has also dropped down to 11th, so he's had another off. There's Peaceful Explosion and Deeks having a bit of a battle. Peaceful Explosion running wide. That's probably a slowdown penalty. And Neil, NJ up the inside. Dean Wasaki not himself at the moment. He seems well off the pace here. NJ and Peaceful Explosion though, battle not done as they come down Pilgrim's Drop towards Hawthorns. Round they go, and NJ has the move done now. He's going to want... Oh, and he's lost it! Oh, he's binned it on his own. It doesn't... NJ... Oh, he's binned it on his own. There's Dean Wasaki in the background. Can he get back going again? Ben's on the back of Monkey Boy here then for 6th position. Not the race NJ would have wanted there. That's Little Leach going off in the background. He's trying to get it. He's back into the top 10, but trying to increase his point scoring chances even more. But I must say, Gary again, as Gary does, he's leading from the front and he's got a good gap. He's got this race under control. We've got 6 minutes remaining in this race. Ben catching on Monkey Boy, closing in. Monkey Boy wide out of Paddock Hill Bend, and that'll allow Ben through. That's that little battle over. We can see that Dean is within a second of NJ. Dean Wysocki, or Wacky-Sacky, I know a few people call him. Oh, he's wide at Paddock, and Neil's also wide, and Neil's round, and Dean just narrowly avoids him there. And I tell you what, it's not Neil's night tonight. It's not going well for him so far. The camera looks to pick him up. There he is. It's not going well for him. Little Leach on the back of Monkey Boy, the champ. Spun at the start. Down to the back of the grid. He's back up into 8th position. He's on the back of Monkey Boy and wants 7th place. Wants to finish his season with a bit of a bang, a bit of a flourish here. And is he going to go up the inside into Westfield? No. Oh, yes, he does. Monkey Boy gave him the space and Leach took the gap. Good driving, that good clean driving there all round. So to Apex, NJ being Wacky-Sacked. I don't quite know if Wacky-Sacky touched him there, but NJ went round. Smithy says Gary 131 AK, the Stig. We can see up front Ben gaining on TMLS. They come round Clark Curve to start. Lap 7 for these guys. Ben within a second of TMLS. That's Leach in the background. We can see penalties for Little Leach, Deeks, Peaceful Explosion, Dean Wysocki and NJ. Alfie has retired from this race. TMLS runs wide. Oh! Into Ben. I don't think that was intentional. He caught the gravel. And into Ben. Ben's kept going. TMLS is round. Leach has passed him. Monkey Boy's passed him. Is he going? Not just yet. Deeks has got past him. Where's Peaceful Explosion? We're trying to pick him up. He's past TMLS as well. Yeah, not intentional there from TMLS. Just touched the gravel. Lost the rear. Went into Ben. Ben, luckily though, kept going. Battle for second. Holty's got the job done. Where's Louis Matt? He span. Louis Matt has spanned for third. Where's Tyler? Can we see him in the background? There's Tyler. Can he sniff at a podium opportunity here? Louis Matt then had second under control. It was his race. And he's lost it there. Tyler with a flash of the lights. Hungry for a podium. Hungry to start his day off well. He's got a couple of title defences later on this evening. He's not going to want to let Gary get into a good groove. Holty we see he's disconnected from the service. We're down to 11 runners. Oh, that's a shame. Holty was running in second. What's happened there? For Louis Matt though, it's P2 at the minute. Gifted that from Holty's disconnection. Not sure what's happened there. Tyler though now on the podium. Ben has a time penalty. Leach with a penalty. Monkey Boy has just passed Little Leach as I speak. Has Little Leach had a problem? He's slow. TMLS within a second of Peaceful Explosion. But it's Tyler. Another flash of the lights as we rejoin Tyler into Graham Hill Bend. Deeks is there. Unlucky Holty in the chat. Holty. Oh, unlucky Holty. You've been absolutely fantastic so far there. Good pole position. And a good race so far for you. Unlucky, mate. But it's Tyler on the back of Louis Matt. This now for second place. Gary out of all of this has a 14-second gap. Gary's got the cruise control on. He's really, really looking forward to this tonight. We'll speak to him earlier in the week. 2.5 minutes remaining so far. And Tyler's all over the back of Louis Matt. Does he look to make a move into Westfield? No, thinks better of that. That's probably sensible through there. Louis Matt leaves the door open. And Tyler doesn't need the door to be left open to take an invitation to go up it. He'll go there anyway. Down towards Sterling's. Where does Tyler think of doing the move? There's 2 minutes left. They both copy each other and run wide on the exit to Sterling's there. That could have been Tyler's opportunity. It looks like NJ... No, NJ's not been lapped. For some reason, NJ is the blue coloured dot on the map there. on track. A blue coloured dot means that the car is lapped. If you're on board another car and the dot is red, that means they are the car that has lapped you. Tyler must have had a slowdown there as Holty seems to have gapped him a little bit, but further back, Leach and Monkey Boy back at it again. Up and down race so far for Little Leach. He's got the job done. Peaceful Explosion and Deeks, they're quite close together with TMLS. You can see there in the background, wanting this to be done. We look forward. Tyler has the job done on Louis Matt. We've missed that. Did Louis Matt make a mistake because he's dropped to within 0.6 back of Tyler? So Tyler's got the job done for second. Monkey Boy, he's losing out time on Little Leach there, but Peaceful Explosion and TMLS. This is a battle so far. Dean Wasocki still in front of NJ there. NJ looks like he's not going to finish last because of the retirement of Alfie and Holty disconnected from the server. TMLS made that mistake coming out to paddock, touched the gravel and span. He's going to want some more positions back. He was running well, was TMLS at one point. Spoke to him earlier in the week as well. He seems up for it. That's Deeks running wide, and Peaceful Explosion will be on the outside. No, job done. Comes in front to close the door. TMLS up the inside of Deeks. Will Deeks run him out wide? No, Deeks stays on the track. Good clean racing from this is what we like to see. Nice clean racing throughout. Deeks looks up the inside of Peaceful Explosion. Oh, they nudge, they touch each other. I think Deeks was a bit too optimistic into the corner. That's allowed TMLS through on Deeks. I think he just carried too much speed there. Nobody off, no harm done. Deeks obviously loses a place to TMLS in the process. But a cracking three-way battle. This is for 7th place ultimately. TMLS having a look at Westfield's here on Peaceful Explosion. Peaceful Explosion being able to gap him a bit now, as we can see Deeks is looking on a move on TMLS now. TMLS was running in 4th. Oh, he's round, he's touched the grass. Oh, he's hit Deeks. They're both off into the barrier. I think TMLS clipped the grass. I don't know if Deeks nudged him onto the grass, but round they both go. They're both off. Where's Dean Wasocki? He's here. Round past TMLS and Deeks. Oh, and I think that's put Dean Wasocki off into the gravel there. He rejoins. There's Neil in the background. Neil looking to pick up some places. Oh, Neil's into the back of TMLS. It's kicking off in the background. Neil passes Dean. Did Dean get a slowdown penalty there? They're side by side as they come down towards clearways. Dean, will he look for the move back on Neil? Neil has it done. TMLS is now dropped to last. Deeks is in 10th place. So Dean Wasocki all of a sudden has been gifted a top 10 place here from out of nowhere. And I must say, mayhem between Deeks and TMLS has let these two come right back into the top 10. NJ is now up to 8th. Penalties throughout. We can see penalties only for everybody other than Gary and Monkey Boy. But Gary, time is done. He's down towards clearways. Round for the final time. There was a flash there, a flash there, a flash again. Oh, he's just taking his time here. Look at this. This is showboating from Gary. He crosses the line now to win the Prestige Man Ginetta Junior Championship for the final time. It's Gary with the win. Louis Matt, we didn't see how he got back in front of Tyler. He's well in front of Tyler. That's a very good second place for Louis Matt there. Tyler will come home in 3rd place. Smithy says more penalties in the World Cup. You're not wrong there, mate. Tyler with a flash of the lights. A podium for him. Here's Ben. Coming home in 4th place. Well done, Ben. Little Leach. An up and down race for Leach. Span at the start, went to the back of the grid, comes through to collect a P5. Well done, champ. That's your final race in this series done. The champion. The only other driver without a penalty, Monkey Boy. He gets a P5. Well done to you, sir. Peaceful Explosion, a flash of the lights. He's got a P7. Now, NJ, P8. He's had a really poor race to start his night off. Round the final corner. And NJ's about to cross the line. I don't know if he's even got any lights on that car to flashes, but he's across the line in 8th. It's Dean Wasocki. He got under the top 10 finish. And it's Dean to come home in 9th position then. Deeks will take 10th. And poor TMLS, caught up in a few accidents, will cross the line in 11th. We lost Alfie, retired to the pits, and Holty, unfortunately, disconnected. There, so it's Gary with the win, Louis Matt with 2nd, and Tyler with rounds off the podium. But look at these penalties. Alfie with a 19-second penalty, retired from the race. We know Holty got sent to the pits. But that is the GT5's done. Then well done to Little Leagues, like we said, the Prestige Man Ginetta Junior Championship. Just reading a few of your comments. Smithy, well done Gary. Sutty, well done Gary. Well done Monkey Boy. Penalty free from Gary. Ben, I'm not a fan of Sector 2 losing all the time there. Tyler, Little Leagues had a bad race on purpose there, I reckon. Wanted to close the table up. That was horrible from TMLS. Sorry to Deeks and Ben. And Smithy. Looking forward to the clears, which we do have up next. Well done to Gary, though, on an emphatic race victory. Gary possibly looking to move up into Group A for next season to race with the likes of myself, Sutty, Apex. We'll have to see on some of them battles there. But right now, they're in the chat. We've got the Tintop Racing UK Renault Clio Cup. Now, let me just remind you of this. The Tintop Racing UK guys very generously have offered a cap and a trophy for the winner of Group B and Group A. As we know, Iceman received the trophy and the cap for the Group A boys. But tonight, the stipulations are that Tyler needs 10th. Unless Ben can get pole position, the win and fastest lap, Tyler needs 10th minimum to win this title. I'll run you through the table in just a moment, but that's a stipulation there. So Ben's got a lot to do to get this title away from Tyler. We'll see what happens. I think we're just going to have a moment for Holty. He says he's got to restart the PS4. It won't let him join the group again. So I think we may have a moment for Holty here, who had such a good first race and got disconnected. That's unlucky. Smithy says Gary's a big fish in a little pond in Group B. NJ for the win here, says Sutty. Race with Gary, NJ, Sutty and a few others this week. And I tell you what, there's some quick guys in this group. Some quick guys in this Clio car. We had a lot of fun with it. NJ for the win, says Sutty then. Smithy says NJ for the win. We're going to wait for Holty. I think it's only fair last race of the season to wait for Holty here. Competed in all the races all season, and it's only fair, I think, for the last time round. So, Not Kill was meant to be on the calendar, but with Not Kill on Project Cars, unfortunately, you're only allowed 12 guys on the server, not the 16. So I think the plan for Not Kill is a top 6 Group B versus a top 6 Group A. That might be next week, I do believe. I'll speak with Tyler and we'll see when that is. I won't be entering this myself. I'll be here to live stream and commentate for everybody in the chat's pleasure. But we'll see the likes of possibly AMH and Iceman. Sutty possibly should be in there. We're just waiting for the Group A tables to come out. But as we know from the GT5 League, Little Leach will be there, Gary will be there, Tyler should be there. Louis Matt will be there, he got a good result. Ben will be there. And NJ will be there. Holty could have passed NJ in the points after NJ's disappointing race tonight. Unfortunate for Holty, that. But it's all about the Tintop Racing UK Renault Clio Cup. Saw a lot of spins in the Ginetta Juniors. We've seen nothing until the Clios, and you'll see nothing until the Ginetta GT4s in just a moment. Yeah, predictions in then. We've had a few NJ for the wins. What about pole position? And yeah, also answer Tintop Racing UK's question there. Does Tyler play it safe or does Tyler go for the win? It's Tyler. Tyler can't play it safe. Tyler has to go for the win. Tyler will want the win throughout. The opportunities will come to Tyler and he'll want the win. That just to me seems the racer in Tyler. He just wants the gold. There we go. There's confirmation from Tyler. Tyler goes for the win. There we go. Holty back in the server. That's what we like to see. So we'll be shortly underway here. Oh, there we go. Tyler's seeing the trophy that's on offer. Tintop teasing him with that. Welcome back, Holty. Let's hope you have no more disconnection problems there. So then Ben needs a pole position, a fastest lap and a race win. Tyler needs a 10th place. The chat reckon NJ is going to win. We've had more votes for NJ to win. If NJ has a race like he did in the first one, it looks like he'll need to pull something special out of the hat. Mark making a prediction of Come On Ben. Right, so let me take you through the championship here for the Tin Top Racing UK Renault Clio Cup. It's Tyler House on 148 points. It's Ben in second on 126. So like I say, Ben needs a pole, a fastest lap and a race win. Little Leach in third. He's out of the equation completely. Gary 131 fourth with NJ in fifth. They're tied on points, so a bit of pride there, a bit of a battle there. Louis Matz in 6th, Monkey Boy is 7th, Hulty is in 8th, TMLS is 9th, Deeks is 10th, Lil Trev is 11th, Dean Wasocki 12th, Peaceful Explosion 13th, Don't Know Mate 14th, Alfie 15th, Swimfins 16th and Mazda 17th. Mazda did one race and hasn't been back since, don't know why. So we're on board Hulty here, disconnect, managed to take the pole position in the first race. We're on board him now. He's the first car. No, he's not the first car on track. Apologies. Gary has left the session. What's gone off there? The light race winner from the last race has left the session. NJ still in the pits. Swimfins is in for this one. He's just leaving the pits. Where's Gary? Gone. NJ's leaving now. It's Deeks. Ah, there we go. Gary's back. Smithy says Gary's bottled it. Well, let's go on board with Deeks and for a lap of Brands Hatch GP in a Renault Clio. So we come around the final corner. Hughes reckons Louis Matt will get a win or a podium. So we're about to start a lap here with Deeks 45. Where does he brake for Paddock? Brakes there. Let that back end come out slightly to get the front end in. That's nicely done. Up the hill into Druids. Gear 2. Down into first. Probably runs a little wide there mid-corner. As we come down towards Grey Mill Bend onto the Cooper Straight. See Gary and Swimfins in the pits. Runs a little wide there. That's going to be a slowdown, I reckon. Possibly leading to an invalid lap. Is this where he slows down? Looks to be the case. Yep, slows down there for Deeks. So around 30s towards the Pilgrim's Drop. Down we go up Hawthorne's Hill into Hawthorne's Corner itself. Just a slight dab on the brake and a bit of a lift off. Probably again a bit wide mid-corner there. Bit all over the place now. Brake down to third. Around Westfield he went through Dingledell. Back up the hill to Sheen Curve. Into fourth, cuts that. That may also be a slowdown. We'll have to wait and see as he comes into the left-hander of Sterling. So again, a 10-minute qualifying here. Around Sterling he goes. There is the slowdown penalty. So there's Tyler. Bit of a flash of the lights here from Tyler. Back on the power into Clearways. Oh, just touching the curb a bit too much there. Bouncing along, nearly touches the gravel. Through the Clark curve. And down the straight, it's NJ on pole at the minute. Tyler beats that by 8 seconds. And Deeks, lap time invalid. Track limits. So we're on board Tyler then. He's put it on provisional pole. It's Ben who's gone half a second behind at the moment there. Ben needs the pole position, so he's got to find time up. Monkey Boy's currently gone third. Little Leach has gone fourth. Dean Wasocki's in fifth. NJ we know sixth. NJ came out the pits. That's obviously not a representative time of NJ. We'll see what happens on his lap time. Gary is on. He's also out the pits. Peaceful Explosion's pitted. He's not set a time yet. There's a car off there. Gary comes across to start his first timed lap. Dean Wasocki still in 5th. Good showing for Dean Wasocki this so far. Holty in 6th. The poleman from the last race. He's off there at Paddock Hill. Alfie's in 7th. TMLS is 9th. But what can Ben do? Where's Ben going to find half a second to Tyler? He needs the pole position. He's round wide there. That may be a slowdown. Peaceful exposure back out the pits. Ben did get a slowdown. So not what Ben would have wanted there. We've got 5 minutes, 8 seconds remaining in this session. It's Ben who really needs the pole position. He's round Sterling's. He's coming down the straight. He's getting a bit of a slipstream from the car in front. That possibly is Holty. Round Clearways in the Clark curve. We know he's going to be a bit slow this time. He had the slowdown lap. NJ's gone second. He's only a 10th off of Tyler. So a good lap from NJ there. Putting it where it needs to be. Alfie running slow. Hopefully Alfie moves out the way of everybody. We'd hate to see if cars to be holding each other up. People haven't done a time is Gary. I think this is the end of Gary's first flying lap after his strange disconnection. Tin Top Racing UK reckons Gary found a real life fan. I went for a chat with him. Where does Gary have to say about that? And where does Gary get on the grid? Around the Clark curve onto the main straight. Gary goes with 4 minutes remaining. P3. So Ben. Louis Matt's out-qualified Ben so far. Deeks and Peaceful Explosion, still no time set. Ben down to 5th, still half a second behind. Tyler hasn't improved. Dean Wasocki's dropped to 8th. Little Leach is only in 7th, not the best qualifying from him. It's Tyler out front though. This will be alright for Tyler. 2 wheels there, really attacking the curbs. This is really what Tyler wants. He really wants them to get going. NJ's gone quickest. He's gone 2/10 quicker than Tyler. Ben now, he needs pole position. He's got to find 8/10 from somewhere. Tyler though, he's about to complete his lap. Does he go any quicker at the moment? Round the final corners. And is it an improvement for Tyler? No. Down. Where's Ben? Ben coming round the final corner as well. He's coming into Clark Curve. He's got a car in front. Might be able to pick up a bit of a tow from the car in front. Can Ben improve this time round? Just under 3 minutes remaining. No, nothing there from Ben, unfortunately. So can't improve this time round. Has got to go for it. He's got to get that pole position. Little Leach has now gone into 3rd. He's pushed Gary down to 4th. We have a ghost car there for some strange reason. Not quite sure who that is. Peaceful Explosion in Deek. Still not set a time yet. Sutty says beautiful lap NJ. Smithy. Nice NJ. It's NJ who's on pole. There's Dean Wasocki in 8th. The top 7 covered by 1.7 seconds. And then it's Dean who's 3.6 behind. Can Dean try and close the gap there? But the one to watch at the moment is Ben, who's now 6th because of Little Leach getting up into 3rd. He's got to find 8/10 from somewhere. He's really got to get the job done. We've got under 2 minutes remaining here. Ben knows for his title hopes he's got to get the pole position. TMLS is in the pits. I think that's TMLS done. Ben's backed out of this lap. So he's going for one final flying lap here. So he's got to make it count. Where's NJ on track? I'm leading to prove that time round. This will be his final lap. Tyler going to cross the line here. Does he take pole position back? No, slower. There's Little Leach. There's Gary. We'll see Little Leach cross the line. Peaceful Explosion's finally got a timing, but 22 seconds off the pace. Holty's outdone Dean Wasocki, only by 2/10. Louis Matt has popped himself up into 2nd, so a good show from Louis Matt here. But Little Leach takes it straight back as he goes a 10th quicker that lap. So where's Ben on track? He's through Paddock. The bonus with TMLS pitting is there's one less car on the track if Ben was to catch that car and it'd be traffic. Title to be decided here. So he's coming up to Surtees. He's got to really go for this, I tell you. Ben's got to drive this Clio like he's never driven it before. He's really got to get some. He's got to find 8 tenths from somewhere. According to that, the best lap data so far through sector 1, he's 3 tenths down. We can see on the race feed that NJ has got a track limit penalty, so that may be him done. There's a car all over the back of Ben. That's not going to be what Ben wants. I suppose no traffic in front is better for Ben. Qualifying's complete, so at the minute it's NJ on provisional pole. Oh, is that Ben wide? Ben's on the grass. I think that may be the lap gone. NJ's pitted, he's confident. Monkey Boy's also pitted. TMLS has dropped back to last. Ben slows down, he's backed out of it, he's pitted in fact. P6, this swings the title Tyler's way. And at the moment for Ben, what does he need? So if Tyler does finish 10th, that's 6 points. If Ben wins it, that's 25. The gap is 22. So he didn't necessarily need pole position, to be fair. 25 for a win, 6 for 10th. Tyler didn't get pole. If Tyler finishes outside the top 10 and Ben gets fastest lap of the race, and I tell you what, the title could go to Ben here. So it's still up to play for, but it's NJ on pole. Tyler's finished. Little Leach, he's finished. Tyler second, Little Leach third. Louis Matt, he's done. He's in P4. Gary's in the pits, he's fifth. Ben's sixth. Monkey Boy is currently seventh. There's Deeks, he's eighth. Someone's just crossed the line. That's Peaceful Explosion off. He's not going to improve. Holty's ninth. He's just crossed the line to do a lap. Dean Wisaki's dropped to P11. Where's Alfie? He's crossing the line here, but he looks slow. So I don't think this will be Alfie's greatest lap. And I do believe that will be, or should be, qualifying just done. So it's NJ on pole, it's Tyler second from Little Leach, Louis Matt in third, Gary fifth, Ben down in sixth. Work to do for him in terms of this title race. Monkey Boy 7th, Deeks in 8th, Holty 9th, Peaceful Explosion 10th, Dean Wasocki 11th, Alfie 12th, TMLS 13th. I believe Swim Fins we've lost. So, what's going through Ben's mind at the moment? What's going to happen here? Tell you what, a lot of hard work. We'll keep an eye on Ben and Tyler throughout the race. But we're lining up on the grid in the Tin Top Racing UK Renault Clio Cup. We've got 4 lights. It's green. We go here in the Renaults, and it's Louis Matt off the line. Is that Louis Matt? Someone's off the line brilliantly there. Yes, it's Louis Matt. It's NJ around the outside into turn 1. Keeps the lead. Louis Matt up into second there. He's side by side with Tyler, as we can see, when the camera decides to pick them up. Side by side, he'll have the inside line on Tyler, as does Gary. So Tyler dropping positions. Gary touches Louis Matt. Louis Matt sideways. Gary slowed down a bit. It's Ben into third. Ben right behind his championship rival here in the final race. Monkey Boy's up into 4th. Holty's in 5th. Peaceful Explosion there in 6th. Dean Wasocki 7th. Gary down in 8th, as we know. Hit Louis Matt. Deeks is 9th. Louis Matt's dropped to 10th because of all that. Little Leach must not have got off the line very well. He's 11th. Alfie's 12th. TMLS 13th. But it's Ben on the back of his championship rival. He's got to hope Tyler makes a mistake somewhere. He's got to get the job done. Got to finish in front. NJ cruising in front so far. Gaps out to a second now. This is 1/10. This is the battle we want. Chase Keegs saw the huge pile up in the first corner. Ben all over the back of Tyler here. What's going to happen? He's looking up the inside. Oh, onto the grass. Here he comes. No. Car's rubbing in the background. Someone's off. I think that's Peaceful Explosion and Monkey Boy. Yep, Gary's managed to come back through into P4. That's NJ off. Oh, NJ's off and Ben's had to slow down. Tyler now leads this race. He's got NJ all over the back of him, but Ben's had to slow down and back off. Probably a slowdown penalty there. NJ back in the lead. There's Tyler. Where's Gary? And Ben is here. Battle for third place. Ben wanted to be on the back of the Tyler all this race. Gary's up the inside of Tyler there. NJ's off again. And Tyler leads the race. Already by a second and a half up the road to Ben. Oh, it's going in the way of Tyler here. NJ's made another mistake. Shock of the night at the moment. Dean Wasoki's P4. Who would have thought that after one lap? But it's Tyler who leads. Gary second, getting in this championship battle. Ben down to third. This is not what he needed here. NJ for the win. He's down in 5th place. He's there, passing Holty. Holty back up the inside. Shock of the night. Wacky Saki's in 4th. I cannot believe this. What a start from him. What a first lap. Good little battle here with Holty and Louis Matt and NJ. But Ben on the back of Gary. This is where we want it to be. Tyler there in the distance, up front, 8/10 clear of Gary, 9/10 clear of Tyler. Ben's got to get the job done. Ben knows he's got to pass Tyler. He's got to hope that Tyler has a mistake. Question is, where on track can Ben get him? It's a tight track. It's hard to overtake here. Just dropped off the back of Gary. Has Tyler got to slow down? Because he's slow through there. And Gary's round the outside. Where's Ben? Tyler slowed down even more. And Ben's into 2nd place. Here things are getting interesting. Tyler can't afford to make mistakes now as Ben has now passed him. Tyler cannot afford to slip up here. At the minute, Ben will only outscore him by 2 points. It's not enough. He needs 23 points to outscore him. Dean Wasoki still in 4th place as a gaggle of cars over a second behind him. What a strong running from Dean Wasoki this is. But it's the man, Gary, out in front, race 2. Who'd have thought that at the start of this race? Ben, half a second behind. He knows he's got to get the job done. Tyler seems to be well off the back of Ben. He's 1.3 behind. It's been carnage throughout. We've got battles with Holty, NJ and Monkey Boy in the background. The main focus, Ben and Tyler at this moment in time. We'll get on. We'll try and cover everybody. While Ben's still half a second behind. Let's have a look at this little battle. Louis Matt in front, Holty just behind. NJ in the mix, Monkey Boy there. NJ up the inside of Monkey Boy, of Holty, and Monkey Boy up the inside. So well done to him. Dean Wasoki still P4. Nobody would have put their money on him to be in a top 5 at this stage of the race. Peaceful Explosion just on the grass there. Looked like he was catching Deets for a second. This little group though, there's Little Leach in 9th in the background. Ben's dropped to 6/10 behind Gary, but still has a good gap to Tyler. Is Tyler cruising it? Does he not want to get mixed up in this? He knows Dean Wasoki's 4th. You'll see that on his screen. He knows that Ben's in front, but it's not enough. We're blaming Sutty for something in the chat. I haven't seen what. Too much action going on. Monkey Boy on the back of Dean Wasoki now. How good can Dean Wasoki defend Monkey Boy here? A P4 after 3 laps. This is a strong running from him. Holty there in the background. There's Louis Matt. Where's NJ? He's back down into 9th, so he must have had another off. Little Leach is back down to 11th. So not sure what's happened there. The gap up front still half a second. We'll keep an eye on that gap. Tyler, though, really gapping himself to Ben, keeping out of trouble. He's well in front of Dean. We can see that. Monkey Boy and Louis Matt then gaining on Dean Wasoki. P4 at the minute. Battles all around. We can see up front though. Gary 3/10 on Ben. 3/10 behind Gary. What's going off here? Phil, nice to see you in the chat. Welcome tonight, mate. Ben then catching Gary for this race lead. It still again won't matter because he'll only outscore Tyler by 5 points unless he's got fastest lap. That'll be 6. But he needs 23. He needs Tyler to make a mistake somewhere. He's all over the back going down the hill as we can see up towards Hawthorne Hill. I think he's had a slowdown as he's backed right off from Gary there. Oh, what a shame. We was having a right little battle for the lead. I think a slowdown for Ben. Let's get back to Dean Wasoki. Holty's got past, as has Monkey Boy. Dean Wasoki in the thick of things here now then. So Monkey Boy's passed. Holty's passed, but Dean's looking around the outside. Louis Matt's going to look up the inside of Dean Wasoki. Thinks better of it round there. Does Dean look to make a move on Holty here? Up towards Westfield. He'd be brave if he does. No, not through there. Thinks better of that. NJ you saw in the background in P8. There's a battle further back between Deeks and Little Leach. It's the closest battle on track at the minute. Oh, Louis Matt into the side of Dean Wasoki. They've managed to both keep it together. That's well held from them two. I think Louis Matt went for a gap that wasn't there. And Dean Wasocki got tapped in the rear. NJ's round. Oh, it's not his night tonight. All the practice he's put in all week, and he's dropping places here. But Monkey Boy up to P4. He's in 15. Wasocki 6th. Has a bit of a gap to Louis Matt now after that collision. Little Leach is in 8th. Deeks is down to 9th with Peaceful Explosion all over the back of him. Looking up the inside onto the start line. Job done there. We'll have the inside into Paddock Hill Bend. NJ's got going again in 11th. Alfie's 12th. TMLS 13th. Not the strongest of shows here from TMLS. Ben 2 seconds back. Has Gary then got that gap through Ben's slowdown penalty. Gary now finds himself in a groove here. He does this every night when he gets that bit of a separation from the car behind him. Gary just seems to get his head down and go. Louis Matt though, within a second of Dean Wasocki here. Deeks has passed Peaceful Explosion. We've lost a car. I do believe we've lost TMLS there. He has pitted, so we've lost TMLS. He's retired from the race. Obviously doesn't want to get caught up in any... Oh, he's left the session. That's unfortunate. Hopefully he can rejoin in time for the GT4 race. But Halty there in front. Slowed down penalty probably. Louis Matt all over the back of Dean Wasocki here. Pushing and pushing and pushing. There is Louis Matt on Dean Wasocki. Good defence so far from Dean Wasocki. Apparently TMLS has left because Alfie's turned in on him. I hope not. I hope that's not the case. Louis Matt up the inside of Dean Wasocki, and Dean down to 10th. Can he get the move done? 2 wheels from Louis Matt. Didn't run wide. Well held together there in the background. That's Little Leach and Deeks. So Dean Wasocki was 4th. He's now down to 7th. But Ben's within 2/10 as we go through at Paddock Hill Bend for the 6th time. Gary a bit sideways coming through Paddock. Ben kept that together nicely. Where does he look to make a move? Tyler though needs to put a foot wrong. Gary runs a bit wide at Druids. Ben looks up the inside as we come down towards the Graham Hill Bend. He'll have the outside line. No, thinks better of it. Let's Gary have it. Gary 2 wheels, runs a bit wide there. Ben will have the better run out of the corner as we come down towards Surtees. Ben up the inside. We know you can pass around the outside here. We saw NJ do it in the juniors, but Gary stays out of it. A car off there. Is that Alfie? Yes, Alfie off. Hopefully out the way. Kept out the way of Ben this time, unlike last week. Gary though all over the back of Ben. Tyler will be wary of Ben passing Gary here. And Gary will also be wary that Ben's in a championship fight, so he won't want to put a move on Ben that he shouldn't. Looks up the inside at Westfields. He's going to force Ben a little wide there. He'll keep the inside line through Dingledell. Up the hill towards the Sheen curve. Gary has the inside. Job done again. Takes it on 2 wheels. Runs a bit wide. Keeps the position there though. Tyler will be seeing this and will be... You know, he's a bit wary, Tyler. He'll be wary of this at the moment. But Ben, 3/10. He's got to get the job done. He's putting his foot down here. Tyler, though, doesn't seem to be putting a foot wrong at the moment. Battle with Little Leach and Dean Wasocki in the background. Gary wide out to clearways. And Ben gets the run up the inside. So Ben leads as we start lap 7. 5 minutes remaining in this race. Ben leads. He's got a 1.5 lead. But then, Tyler... You've got to be wary of this. Ben's got the lead now. Don't make any mistakes. You've got a good 7.5 second gap back to Monkey Boy. Little Leach is past Dean Wasocki though. Battle on track. Deeks close to Dean Wasocki as well. NJ close to Peaceful Explosion. Alfie did stay out of the way at one point. TMLS has rejoined, hopefully. Yeah, Gary could still take 3rd, I think, tin top. Good question. Let me just double check the points for that one. I do believe Gary can still get 3rd though. Louis Mack close to Halty. Let's go on board this. So Gary at the minute's running 2nd. He'll score 22. Little Leach finishing 7th will score 13. So that's being a 9-point difference isn't enough for Gary to take 3rd in the title race. Hope that answers your question. Little Leach catching on to the back of Halty. Halty on the back of Louis Matt. Deeks trying to catch the back of Dean Wasocki. And NJ trying to catch the back of Peaceful Explosion. What this does do is this allows Gary to comfortably get 4th with NJ so far down the list. But Louis Matt in 5th and NJ in 11th. This could put Louis Matt up a place. 11 points being the difference. No, Louis Matt would need a few more positions to pass NJ in the championship. Dean Wasocki back up into 6th as Hulty looks like he's made a mistake. He's got Deeks all over the back of him. So Dean Wasocki back up into 6th place here. Hulty on the back of him. Deeks on the back of that. Where's Little Leach? Little Leach has dropped to 10th now. That changes things because the gap there is a few more points. That may be enough for Gary to take 3rd place there. Let's go on board this battle. Ben 4 seconds out in the lead. Tyler 2 seconds behind Gary. Hulty on the back of Dean Wasocki. Let me just do my math. So 22 for Gary. I'll put Gary on 111. And Little Leach at the moment in 10th will only score 6. So yeah, as it stands at the moment, Gary will take 3rd place in the championship from Little Leach. As it stands, so Little Leach does need one more position to make sure that 3rd place is secure. But Gary at the moment will take that place. Hulty's made a mistake there and has allowed NJ back through. NJ though on the back of Deeks here. Where's Dean Wasocki gone? He's dropped down to 10th place. Some reason must have had an off. Little Leach up to 9th, so that's the 9th place he'll be wanting then to secure 3rd place in the championship. So that's what Little Leach will be wanting here. But up front, it's been Ben. All about Ben trying to close the gap to Tyler. He's going to close the gap, but it's not going to be enough. It's just not going to be enough. Tyler's not put a foot wrong. He slowed down. He gapped himself. He's actually caught Gary. He's gapped himself, and yeah. He's just drove a comfortable race here from start to finish as Tyler. Ben had the work to do and he's done well to get in the lead, especially starting 6th on the grid, don't forget, but it's just not come his way. Battle on track is NJ and Deeks. NJ up the inside of Deeks and that'll be 6th place for NJ, so trying to make a comeback here, chases down Louis Matt. Deeks won't want that to be done though. NJ closes the door at Druids. That's that done, thank you very much, says NJ. Hopefully no more mistakes. Hulty, you can see there in the background within a second of Deeks. NJ's had an up and down race again like he did in the Ginetta Juniors. But it's been out front, 5 seconds up the road from Gary. He's only a second and a half to Tyler. Tyler on his way to the championship. Let me confirm what points they will be on. So Tyler's currently on 148. If he adds 20 to his name before fastest lap, that's 168 for Tyler. And Ben will be on 151, so he'll only miss out by 17 points. Tyler and Ben been so consistent through this Clio Cup tournament. Gary's gone wide. Tyler's going up the inside. Tyler's hit Gary. Oh, he saved it. Oh, that could have been edgy your seat stuff there. Tyler must have been grinding his teeth. Oh, if that had gone round. Louis Matt's caught up to the back of Monkey Boy there. Little Leach is on the back of Hulty, but we're on the final lap and it's Ben out front. Tyler there might need the toilet after this race. Heart in your mouth stuff. Could you imagine if he'd have dropped their places? That would have been absolutely intense. You can see him on the back of Gary there, but here he is. Here's Ben. He's drove a flawless race, started 6th, past Gary for 1st. Around through Dingledell, up towards the Sheen Curve for the final time. Through Stirling's. Tyler still on the back of Gary, not too close. I think he's going to gap himself. I think 3rd place is going to be Tyler's. I can't really see him putting much pressure on now, but it's this man, Ben Phelan, your Group A commentator. Drove a fantastic race. Hats off to him. He's pushed Tyler all the way. A flash of the lights. Well done, sir. A victory for you here at Brands Hatch GP in the Tin Top Racing UK Renault Clio Cup. Tyler has got Gary for second. So Tyler will come home and is the Tin Top Racing UK Clio Cup champion. Gary takes third. Well done, Tyler, on your championship. Fantastic, mate. Well done indeed. Louis Matt will come home in a strong fourth position with Monkey Boy fifth. Deeks looks like he's going to cross the line in sixth. Well done, Deeks. Little Leach comes home in seventh. NJ, after what was a good start, this should have been NJ's race to be fair, he gets eighth. Halty in ninth. Dean Wasocki down in 10th, was 4th for 3 laps. Don't know what happened, but 10th for him. Peaceful Explosion crosses the line 11th. Alfie, we just wait to cross the line in P12. But I tell you what, well done to this man, Tyler. He's pushed Ben all the way this season. That's what we're seeing in the comments. Well done, Ben, for everything. Everything he needed to do in fairness. Well done. Well done to Ben for a fantastic second place and a great win today. But it's this man, Tyler, your Tin Top Racing UK Renault Clio Cup champion. Nearly lost it on the last lap with an incident with Gary, but managed to get through at the end. As Alfie crossed the line, he's crossed the line now. So it's victory for Ben, the Irishman. But it wasn't to be for him tonight in this. It was Tyler House who will take the championship. Gary rounds off the podium. Monkey Boy, Louis Matt, Deeks, Little Leach, NJ Halty, Peaceful Explosion gets 10th because of Dean Wasocki's penalties. In the end, Alfie 12th. TMLS didn't finish the race. Thank you to Tin Top Racing UK for being such a great sponsor. Thanks for being part of all the streams throughout the season. Thank you. Hopefully you can join us for next season as well. Fantastic sponsor. Back and forth for Ben and Tyler all season. I'm looking here at the points, and I tell you what, just consistency across the board from these two guys. Little Leach has took the odd point away from them here and there, but it's Tyler who takes the win in the. Well, it's Ben who takes the win. It's Tyler who wins the championship, and is ultimately. Just what a fantastic season. It went down right to the wire. This is going to be the fun one, though. It's time for the hard compound Ginetta GT4 Super Cup. And there's a close battle here. I don't think Ben is up for this one. I don't think it's mathematically possible. 22 points behind. No, it's possible that Ben can win this. But it's Gary and Tyler. So Tyler could take 2 titles here. Like I say, thank you to Tin Top Racing for sponsoring such a fantastic event. Just going to have a quick toilet break, I do believe, and then we'll be lights out in qualifying for the next event. So while we wait, Ben is 7 points behind Gary with Ben's 22 points behind Gary. Tyler's 6 points behind Gary. Now, points on offer is obviously the point for the pole position and point for fastest lap. You get 35 for a win, 34 second, and 26 for a third. Looking at the standings, Gary's been the man to beat in this one. Tyler's took a few points off him here and there, so has Ben. It's going to be interesting. Ben's got a lot of work to do. You know, a first, a second, a third will require, if Ben was to finish first, second or third, will require Gary or Tyler to finish 12th or below. 13th or below, apologies. So Ben's got a lot of work to do. He's got to hope that Gary and Tyler can make some mistakes here. But Gary and Tyler aren't the kind of people who will just make mistakes. We've seen that. Just taking a quick toilet break. So get your predictions in then, guys, for the hard compound Ginetta GT4 Super Cup. Who's going to be on pole position, do we reckon, here? Wonder what happened to Dean Wasaki in that last race. Was running P4. Was on for some good points here, and it unfortunately all went wrong at the end. How do you evolve with the sponsorship, says Mark in the chat. For that, mate, you'll have to speak with Tyler. Tyler's the one who sorts all the sponsors out and everything. He does a cracking job organising the league and putting it all together. You'll have to speak with Tyler to that, or so either message Tyler himself or message the THR Touring Car Group. Tyler, how many points between first and second? The gap is 6 points, according to my screen. Now we know with this, Sutty in the chat will know this, if Gary starts to laugh through this race, he'll spin off. Practiced in the week with Gary, started laughing, off he went. So Gary will be fully concentrating on this one. But here we are for the hard compound Ginetta GT4 Cup. We'll go through the standings. Gary 131 leads the title race. He's on 191 points. 6 points behind him is Tyler in second on 185. And then Ben in third, Ben Phelan, 169 points, 22 points behind. So a lot of work for Ben to do, like I've said previously. It's mathematically possible, but we've got to see what happens. Then it's Little Leach in fourth, Holt is in fifth, Deeks is in seventh, Monkey Boy is... Deeks is in sixth, Monkey Boy is in seventh, NJ's eighth, Peaceful Explosion is ninth, TMLS 10th, Dean Wasaki 11th, Alfie 12th, Lil Trev 13th, Swimfins 14th, Don't Know Mate 15th, Mazda 16th, and Louis Matt, who doesn't compete in this one normally. We have seen him qualify a bit and then disconnect through the race or qualifying. Louis Matt doesn't compete in this or the Porsches, which is the next one. Gary just leaving the pits, you can see there. Ben's still in the pits, as is Alfie. Now, so there's Deeks. You can see the car in front of Deeks on track. Will be the first car to do a timed lap. Let's go on board with someone else for a little bit. Where's Dean Wasaki? He's there. We've got 13 runners. I thought we had 14. So it's Holty who will be the first car to do a lap. So let's go on board with him. We'll come up to Paddock Hill Bend. Ben's in the pits having a rig malfunction. Hopefully he's got that sorted because he is out on track. And Holty's round at turn 1 at Paddock. Managed to save it. All save from Holty there. So up to Druids. You've got to be easy on the throttle through Druids. You don't want to put the power down too early. You'll lose the rear. This should be an exciting race. This one should be in terms of this. Through the Graham Hill Bend again. Just clip the curb. Gentle on the power as you go through. Right, towards 30s. Pick your braking point. Easy on the brakes. Again, gentle on the throttle. You can see the car in front's got a bit too throttle happy. Manages to not cut across the track and ruin Holty's lap here. On the throttle into fourth, down Pilgrim's Drop, up Hawthorne Hill into Hawthorne's itself. Just a slight bit of brake and eased off the throttle there. You can get the power down a bit earlier. Holty chooses not to. On the brakes again, Holty down a gear through Westfield, down through Dingledell. Up through Sheen Curve towards Stirling then. What time we're going to see from Holty here? Again, you just got to be generous on the power here. Don't want to put too much down. Alpha's still in the pits. down the straight towards clearways. Then we're about to see our first timed lap of the evening. Through the clock curve and across the line. What time are we going to see here from Holty? A 1:37.3. So where's the championship contenders? Where's Gary? Still around track, coming around Dingle Delt. Tyler's put it on pole at the moment. Deeks has gone third. Ben, the championship contenders, in fourth. Louis Matz took second at the moment. Starboard with Dean Wasocki at the moment. I think that's Gary in front, I do believe, as they come down towards clearways. Around clearways, through clock curve. You could hear him on the throttle, just being gentle. It'll be flat to the floor now. Should be flat to the floor. He's going to cross the line, and Dean Wasocki P5 at the moment. Gary's taken pole position by 2.6 seconds. What a lap that is from Gary. The camera will pick him up coming into Druids. There he is. So Tyler's got work to do to find some pace. Who's not set a time yet? TMLS back into the pits, not set a time. Little Leach hasn't set a time. Monkey Boy's not set a time. Alfie hasn't left the pits at all yet. We are aware that Louis Matt has left the session. So Louis Matt's left the session. We know he doesn't normally race this one anyway, so that's that. Here comes Tyler. He's got to find 2.6 seconds. What can he find on his second lap round with 5 minutes still to go in qualifying? Will he gain on Gary at all? Holty's gone second and Tyler goes first. 800ths of a second ahead of Gary. Gary, what's in your locker now, mate? You've not got much time to find, but it's enough. 800ths of a second. Ben has gone third. He's just been beat by Little Leach and Louis Matt. Ben's 1.6 now off the leaders. So Tyler will gain the extra points and he'll close the gap to 5 behind at the moment as it stands. Gary, though, he's about to finish his second lap. What's he got here? Fantastic lap from Tyler there. What can Gary do? He's gone quicker, and it's 9/10 of a second quicker than Tyler. So challenge back to you, Tyler. What can you do? Where's Ben? He's just come through Surtees. So he's halfway through a lap then. We'll come back to Ben shortly. TMLS. Still not able to get a lap time in yet. He's at Surtees. Alfie's still in the pits. Dean Wasocki's just crossed the line. He's 11th. Peaceful Exposure behind. He's in 10th. Deeks is in 9th at the moment. Holty's in 8th. Monkey Boy 7th. Where's Tyler? Coming through the left-hander of Sterling's down the straight towards clearways. Has Tyler found 9/10 of a second? Easy on the throttle around clearways into clock curve onto the straight. Notice Tyler keeps low in the middle of the track. In fact, he is that time round, and he's gone quicker again. 3/10 in fact. Back to Gary now. What can Ben do? 2.9 off the lead. Has he found any more time? Yes! 2 seconds. He needs 9/10. He could do with that extra point here desperately. Where's Gary on track? It's back and forth at the moment. Sutty says, am I missing something? Happened between Ben and Alfie. I feel like I've missed something. That was last week, mate. Did you not? Was you not here for that, Sutty, last week? As Gary through the clock curve. What lap time's he going to do? He's got to find 3/10 from somewhere. Gary crosses the line. And he's gone quicker again. And Tyler's got to find 3/10 of a second. The battle for this final point in the qualifying session here is crucial to these two. Ben wants it as well. He's dropped to 1.2 behind in qualifying. But at the minute, it's Gary on provisional pole. 2.5 minutes remaining. Where is Tyler? We pick him up coming through Dingle Delt. If you missed it last week, Sutty, Alfie into the back of Ben at Silverstone. And I was led to believe Alfie picked up a race ban. Maybe that's why he's still sat in the pits. But it's not about last week. It's about now. That could have put Ben back in more contention than what he is. But it's about now. Tyler, do you have 3/10 in your locker? You've got to get the time. You've got to go and fetch him. Through the clock curve, down the straight. And he's quicker, but it's only 2/10. The gap, 600ths of a second. Ben in third. Any time for you on this lap. You'll have 1 lap left after this, maybe 2 at a push. Ben finds a 10th. He's still at 1.1 off of Gary. So this man's still on pole, 600ths of a second on pole. He's coming down towards Clearways. Gary will only get 1 lap in. Tyler and Ben may get 2 more laps in if they don't have any accidents. Apologies for not covering anybody else at the minute. Little Leach has put it into third, so Ben's up to 4th. It's all about the championship. And he's gone quicker by 500ths of a second, so Tyler needs a 10th. That's all he needs to find a 10th. Tyler, we reckon, may get 2 laps in. We also reckon Ben might. We'll have to wait and see. But Little Leach has managed to take third away from Ben. NJ's there in 5th. He's had an up and down night so far. Hopefully he can have a better race this time around. Gary's pitted, so Gary's done. Gary feels he can't go any quicker. In fact, with a look at that car, he's had a spin. So Gary's pitted. Peaceful Explosions in the pits. He won't get a timing, even though he's coming out the pits now. Now he's into the pit box himself. TMLS in the garage. So Dean Wasoki's into 11th. He's about to finish his lap. Let's see what he can do. He's had a bit of an off somewhere. Dean will get 1 lap in after this. Can he improve? Needs to find 5 seconds to get in front of Holty. Doesn't find anything. There's Holty on track. Where's Tyler though? Round. I tell you what, Tyler's gone quicker, but only 200ths of a second separate Tyler and Gary, and Tyler's off at turn 1. He's pitted. Ben will get an extra lap in, so Ben's got to find 3/10. Qualifying's complete. Gary and Tyler sit in the pits. It'll be nervous for them now as they wait for Ben to finish his lap. Let's go on board with Ben. He's got to find 3/10 of a second from somewhere. 200ths of a second separated Tyler and Gary. Tyler pushing hard, span coming out the exit of Paddock Hill Bend. Ben here breaks into Surtees. Easy on the power, puts it down. He's onto the straight now with the Pilgrim's drop. Downhill to slightly come back uphill into Hawthorns. Little Leach is in the pitch. Deeks is in the pitch. Peaceful Explosions pitted. TMLS is pitted. Gary and Tyler, as we know, are in the pitch. They'll be watching Ben. Very nervous. Ben then into Westfields. Trying not to touch curb on the outside. Through Dingledale. Back uphill towards Sheen Curve. According to the lap time there, he's half a second down. He needs to find 7/10 in this final sector. Breaks the left-hander of Sterling on the power. He's really got to give it something through these final 2 corners. I don't think he's got enough to do it, but we'll see. No, he's ran wide there. That's not what he's wanted. That'll be the lap time over. So point goes to Gary at the minute. And that puts Gary 7 points clear in the title race so far. So it's Gary on pole from Tyler, from Ben, Little Leach P4, NJ in 5th, Louis Matt in 6th, Monkey Boy 7th, Holty is in 8th, Deeks is 9th, Peaceful Explosion 10th, Dean Wasoki 11th, TMLS 12th, and Alfie in 13th. We'll see if Alfie races. Didn't qualify it at a time of do. I am led to believe Alfie does have a race ban this week for the incident between him and Ben last week. So we'll wait and see. But Gary pushing hard. Push Tyler all the way. Ben only 3/10 out of it. TMLS just confirming that Alfie is banned and that's why he's not taken part in qualifying. So that explains a lot. So advantage Gary. Ben falls to 23 points behind. Tyler falls to 7 points behind. Yeah, predictions in for the race. We are in for a cracking one here. As we wait for the lights. 1, 2, 3. Go for the final time in the hard compound Ginetta GT4 Championship. A bit of a door rub in the background there. Is that Louis Matt up the inside? Oh, he's touched Gary! Tyler and Gary off! This is exactly what Ben would have wanted. Little Leach leads from Ben. Tyler's managed to keep it together. Holty's gone up the inside. But Gary's round at turn 1. Oh, he's in the back of the grid. It's all gone wrong for Gary. Such a good qualifying lap. and they come together, him and I do believe Louis Matt, they both went round. Ben in third, Tyler's fourth. At the minute, Tyler will take the championship here. Little Leach in the lead, Holty second, Ben third, Tyler's in fourth, NJ's fifth, Monkey Boy in sixth, Deeks in seventh, Louis Matt eighth. Controversy as they hit him into hit Gary into turn one. Gary behind. There's Peaceful Explosion. TMLS. Dean Wasaki bringing up the rear. Don't know why he's so far back already. Oh, chaos in turn one. Ben up the inside of Holty. This for second place. They lean on each other. They're through. Tyler looking to make a move on Ben. Ben can't close the door into Westfields. Here comes Tyler up the inside of Ben. Job done. Oh, it's all happened. It's all kicked off on lap one. Here's NJ up the inside of Ben. Throw a spanner into the works of championship. Backs out of it though as they come into Sterling's now. Ben back on the inside of Tyler. They rub doors. Tyler, I think, has a slowdown. Flash of the lights. That's probably to let NJ through. Slowdown's gone. Tyler tries to defend his line. Gary up into P6. So that's Peaceful Explosion off in the background. Round he goes. More cars off in the background. Dean Wasaki way behind. Don't know what's happened there. There's TMLS. Oh, Dean has to slam the brakes on there. That was close. Holty though within a second of Little Leach. It's Ben in third. Tyler's down into fourth. And Deeks. Oh, Tyler's round and panic. It's all gone wrong for Tyler. Side by side with Deeks. And round he goes. Gary back into fifth. We said Ben needed a bit of luck. Was this a look that Ben needed? Holty has a penalty. We can see there in second place. Holty's got a penalty. Ben in third place, so has capitalised from this. Where's Tyler dropped? He's P9. He's back on track. Round Druid behind Peaceful Explosion. Louis Matt's in 12th. He is taking part in this, and he's just passed Dean Wasaki, or him and Dean Wasaki have had it coming together. They're both off. Ben's got to close to the back of Holty here. Ben knows he's got to gain on Holty and Little Leach. Gary's up into fifth. Tyler's down in ninth. Deeks up the inside of Tyler. They leant on each other and Tyler went. Louis Matt and Gary on lap one. We're only on lap two and both the championship leaders have had a spin. Gary's within a second though of Deeks. Tyler's within a second of Peaceful Explosion. NJ's within a second of Monkey Boy. Ben has passed Holty. Deeks has passed Holty. Gary's passed Holty. Holty's off there then. Does Tyler get past him? He's all over the back of Peaceful Explosion. Where does he pass him up for the Peaceful? No, coming together there. See, Gary's now P4, Ben's into P2. It's not enough for Ben to win the title at the minute. Scores 30 points, but at the minute Gary will score 22. He's up the inside of Deeks. Deeks gives him room, and Gary through to third. I think the title is swinging towards Gary at the moment in time. But there's still 11.5 minutes remaining. Anything can happen here. Tyler then in ninth. Still on the back of Peaceful Explosion. Will he look to make a move into Paddock Hill Bend on lap 3? Not this time around. He'll probably look for the cut back. Swimfins has joined the session. Hopefully in time for the Porsches. Tyler looking to go up the inside of Peaceful Explosion. Peaceful sees him, gives him room. Well played. That's what we want to see. Monkey Boy on the back of NJ. Tyler now up into 8th. Ben just over a second to Little Each. Winner of the Clio race. Little Each the champion of the GT5 Genetta Cup for Group B. Ben will want to get this move done. And will then, can Gary get on the back? That's the question. Where's Tyler? Not on the back of Monkey Boy yet. Ben 4 seconds behind this action here, but up crucially 4 seconds in front of Deeks, so he's on his own at the minute is Gary. Ben right on the back of Little Each now. The lights have come on from Ben. Little Each will see this in his mirror. Up through clearways round. There we go into the clock curve. Flat out through this part onto the main straight to start the fourth lap. 2/10 separate these cars. You can see Gary in the background. There he is. Does Ben make a move into Paddock Hill? No, not this time. Ben up the inside of Little Each into Druids. Move done. Little Each not getting it, not fighting for that as much as he possibly would have done on a normal race. He knows the championship's on here for Ben. Lights are off, so Little Each and Gary. Ben leads. Tyler still 8th. 3 seconds off of Monkey Boy. Holty and NJ close to Monkey Boy's 5th. Who's had a spin there? Holty's had a spin. And Tyler. Oh, Tyler's off! Did he have a coming together with Holty, or did Holty catch Tyler? Tyler's 7th, though, in the end. No, that was NJ, actually. Apologies to Holty there. That was NJ Tyler had tangled with. But Tyler's up into 7th now. He has a slowdown, or he's had to give the place back. Looks like he give the position back. So he's gave it back to NJ. Is he back up speed coming out of Sterling at Surtees? Yes, he is. So 8th place for Tyler. Little Leach still on the back of Ben. 6/10. Ben started to drive away here from Little Leach. Gary, though, 3.9 behind. He knows at the minute the way it's looking. The championship's won. Gary will gain 26 points to Tyler's 14. Ben's getting 35, but it's only 9 more than Gary. Gary obviously got the point for pole position as well. So it's all kicking off so far at the minute. Gary just clipping the gravel there. He won't want to do that. You can see Deeks in the background. Tyler's up to 7th, so he's past NJ. So Tyler gains a few extra points there. TMLS and Dean Wasocki are over a minute behind the leaders on the 5th lap already. So it looks like 11th and 12th for them respectively. In which order we don't know. There's Louis Matt. You can see gaining on Peaceful Explosion. Peaceful Explosion using the modified Janetta as it then reloads in. No front bumper, no rear bumper, no wing on the back of Peaceful Explosion's car. Louis Matt up the inside with ease there. Doesn't normally take part in this event, but is today. Tyler gaining on Holty, gaining and gaining every lap. Holty's off and Tyler through easily for 6th. Did Holty move to the side to not get involved in the battle? But either way, Tyler's got 22 seconds to catch Ben. He's got a bit less than that to catch this man in 3rd, Gary. 7 points behind in the championship running. If Gary finishes 4th, Tyler needs to win the race to finish 2nd to win this title. I don't think that's going to happen. He's a bit behind at the moment. He's 22 seconds behind. That's Little Leach who's had a spin, is it? No, that's a back marker. I'd apologise for that. Who am I picking up there? That's TMLS who's had a spin. So he's been lapped. Dean Wasocki going through Druids. He's been lapped as well. I thought Little Leach had made a mistake there. Saw the white car go around, but it wasn't to be. Ben's cruising up front. 1.5 seconds clear at the minute. Tyler's really got to go for this. He's really got to get his foot down and put in some fast laps. Just under 7 minutes remain, so he's got time to gain some places still. But can he gain enough? Don't forget, Tyler's got to finish 2nd with Gary finishing 4th. At the moment, where's Monkey Boy on track? He's coming up towards Druids. Camera picks him up going around Druids, we can see. Deeks having a good showing here in 4th. See Monkey Boy there in the background. Gary not really closing on Little Leach. Is Gary settling for 3rd at the minute with Tyler obviously down in 6th place. Knowing that Tyler's got a lot of work to do at this precise moment in time. As we can see, the 3 drivers with penalties is Holty, NJ and Louis Matt. Ben, though, leads by 2.3 seconds from Little Leach. Then there's Garrett. Deeks in 4th, Monkey Boy's 5th, Tyler 6th. Holty's in 7th. There's NJ in 8th. Louis Matt in 9th. Peaceful Explosion is in 10th. Dean Wasocki is 11th place. And TMLS brings up the rear. And in fact, that is Tyler who has just lapped TMLS. So that will be Holty behind, about to lap. But Ben, 2.6 up the road. It's all going good for Ben at the moment. Unfortunately, due to certain circumstances last week, he's not properly in this running as he probably could have been. Could have been a few points closer and a win might have helped him win this title, but nevertheless, Gary, Little Leach has made a mistake somewhere and Gary is within a second of Little Leach. This will really infuriate Tyler because he knows he didn't make the mistake himself. He knows Gary is going to start to walk away with this championship if Gary can get 2nd. Not seen as many spins as I thought. We've seen more accidents than spins, if anything. The thing is, does Gary risk it for second place, or does Gary just go to take a second? 4.5 minutes remaining on the clock, so he's got time. He knows Tyler's still sixth. He'll be able to see that. He'll be able to know where Tyler is on track. He's even closer as we come down towards the clock curve through clearways. There we go, around the clock curve. He's within 0.3 of a second. The GT5 champion's not going to want to hold up Gary, possibly the GT4 champion tonight. Oh, Gary's off! He's into the wall, he's made a mistake himself! Can he rejoin before he starts to lose places? Yes, he can. He's got that much of a gap to Deeks. He's rejoined. But Gary into the wall, all his own doing there. Oh, his heart must have been in his mouth for a minute there, because if that had gone horribly wrong, Tyler could have come through. We've lost a runner. That's TMLS we've lost there. Think he's retired. Yep, he's in the pits, retired. Too far back to do anything. He's left the session again, this TMLS. Hopefully he can come back on for the Porsches. But Gary in the wall. Dear me. Tyler, 3 seconds from Monkey Boy then. He's slowly catching, but slowly isn't good enough. 3 minutes 10 on the clock. Ben leads by 5.9 seconds, I believe. That's Dean Wasocki in front. Hopefully Dean stays out the way. Ben gave him a flash. And there's another. Hopefully Dean will move out the way, possibly on the start straight, so that Ben can get through. Ben will be wary of last week. Oh, and him and Dean touch. I think Dean's so down to come out his way. Ben flashes the lights. That's possibly a thank you more than anything. But Dean kept out the way well there. Monkey Boy and Tyler. Position swap there. So Tyler, P5, Gary. You can't afford to make mistakes. Tyler's up into P5. Yes, he's 14 seconds behind you, but you've got to keep your clear head here. So Ben, 5.2 out in front. Gary takes his time round turn one there. There's Dean Wasocki. He spins round. So then Tyler, he's not far from Deeks. Where is Tyler? He's coming up to Druids. Camera picks him up there, look. So he's not far to Deeks. Gary knows second will do him the job. Tyler knows second will do him the job, and Gary finishes fourth. But I don't think Gary's going to get second. We're down to the last minute and a half. Deeks has raced a good, quiet race in fourth place here. Not really put a foot wrong, not really done anything wrong. Louis Mack, good start, but he's down in ninth. He had that coming together with Gary at the beginning. But it's Ben in front. He drove a fantastic race. He won the Clio race last time out. He's now going to win the Ginetta race. We've got 1:13 left. He's got that big a gap. He can cruise round effectively here. No real battles on track in the final minute at the moment. Ben starts the 10th and final lap here in the hard compound Ginetta GT4 Super Cup. Easy round the Graham Hill bend there. No real battles show on track. So the race leader already, congrats is coming in for Gary. Race ain't over yet, guys. Long way to go for Gary yet. We've seen him make one mistake. He could make another yet. They don't. Either that or someone are possibly going to try and jinx him, are they, in the chat? Tyler's on the back of Deeks now. Tyler flashing Deeks. He knows he wants to get through. Tyler knows fourth place will bring him some more points, and if Gary makes a mistake, Tyler making a bold move up the inside, thinks better of it. Where's Ben on track? Near the end. In fact, Deeks has gone wide, raced a quiet race, and Tyler's passed him now. But it's Ben feeling He won't win the title, unfortunately, in this one. But well done again, young sir. Crosses the line for the hard compound GT4 Super Cup win. I think that's Peaceful Explosion finishing in the background. Little Each will take a second place. But it's this man, round the clock curve. The lights are flashing, the red carpet's out. It's Gary, who is the champion, does it with a bit of a weave over the line. Showboating as he crosses it. Tyler will be heartbroken. P4 for him, bearing in mind Gary span on his own and got taken out. Tyler had to come in together with someone early on. I think it was Deeks. Tyler gets 5th, Deeks 6th. Monkey Boy crosses the line for 6th. Halty, quiet race this time around for him. He got pole in the GT5s. He'll come home to take 7th. NJ, another quiet race for... Well, I say another quiet race. He's been on and off the track all day, but a quiet race for him in 8th. Louis Mack gets 9th. Peaceful Explosion 10th. And Dean Wasocki 11th. TMLS, unfortunately, after server finishes 12th. But it's Ben Phelan at first, Little Each second, and it's the champ, Gary 131, who takes the Ginetta, the hard compound Ginetta GT4 title. Congratulations to him. A fantastic, fantastic race. Congrats from Tyler, congrats from Ben. Sutty says congrats, TMLS says congrats, so does Smithy. Congrats on being the chump, says Sutty, not the champ. That's either a typo. Halty with the congratulations. I tell you what, when Gary went off turn 1, I thought Tyler had won it. Then Tyler went off, Gary were back in it. Everything happened that Ben needed to win it, apart from them both finishing at the back of the grid. What happened last week with what, Gary? But what a win for him. Ben, 2 wins tonight. Our attention now turns to the Porsches. And this one's even closer. We've got a four-way battle going into this Porsche race. So this is going to be funny. KJ Argent in the chat. Congratulating Garrett. Massive congrats to you. You won the first race where Little Each wins the title. Tyler's won the Clios. And you've won the GT4s. So we're getting ready then to go in the Porsches for the final time. Thanks to the THR British Touring Car Chat for sponsoring this one. Such a fantastic sponsor. Not as dominant in Group B as Group A, because Iceman had won the GT4s and the Clios, and AMH won the touring cars and the Porsches. I myself won the GT5s. In Group B, you've had a winner in each different championship, and this is what has made Group B so good. You've had 6 or 7 runners through all season who's been there or thereabouts, and certain things have happened to individuals that's taken them out of the equation. But for this one, we've got 4 runners. Now, in these 4 runners, we've got Little Each, who's currently 4th in the standings. He's already won the GT5s. We've got Gary. He's 7 points behind. He's just won the GT4. We've got Ben in second, 7 points behind. Is this one going to be Ben's title? Will it still be one apiece through the night? And then we've got Tyler, 7 points clear at the moment. So then, as we go into the Porsche Carrera Cup, sponsored by the British Touring Car Chat, Tyler is on 100 points here. 7 points behind is Ben on 93. Gary also on 93 in 3rd. Little Each is on 88, 12 points behind in 4th place. And then we go to Deeks, out of the running, but still up for holding a good 5th place in the championship. Monkey Boy is 6th, NJ is 7th, TMLS is 8th, Halty 9th, Peaceful Explosion 10th, Alfie 11th, Lil Trev 13th, Dean Wasocki, Lil Trev 12th, Dean Wasocki 13th, Swimfins 14th, Mazda 15th, Louis Matt 16th, don't know mate, 17th. So 12 points separate Little Each to Tyler. 7 points from Gary and Ben to Tyler. Pole position could not be more crucial. Point for pole, point for fastest lap. Don't forget, I will check the fastest lap at the end of the next race, because this one's, with this one being a bit tighter, it could come down to that. So you get 20 points for a race win here. You get 17 for second, 15 for third, 13 for fourth. So a lot of crucial points. Louis Madden Alfie still in the pits at this precise moment in time. Who is first out on track? It's not Monkey Boy, it's not TMLS. Deeks has flipped it. It's Dean Wisocki. So let's go on board a lap in the Porsche Carrera Cup with Dean Wisocki. I remember Dean ran 4th in the Clio Cup at one time and finished 10th. So he comes round clearways into clock curve for the final time, a bit sideways, not getting the power down as soon as he'd have liked there, but the power's down now. We cross the line, we start our first timed lap on board with Dean Wisocki as we brake into Paddock Hill Bend and lift off on the throttle. Eases it down, doesn't want to lose the rear. Up Hallwoods Hill into Druids, probably runs way too wide there. To be honest, Dean way too wide, but down the hill we go towards the Graham Hill Bend on the brakes. Try not to run too wide there, misses the apex, runs very wide there. Good exit out the corner. Little Leach is disconnected from the service, so hopefully Little Leach can get back because he's up for the championship here. That's not good in terms of qualifying for him. Hopefully he can get back on, but round Surtees goes Deeks. Down Pilgrim's Drop, up Hawthorne Hill into Hawthorne's corner. On the brake, lift off, flat out through here. Dean doesn't seem to have the confidence to be flat out halfway round. Nevertheless, he brakes here hard on the brakes, eases the throttle down again. That's good there from Dean so far. Did a little survey, Kieran Argent did a survey in the week to find out who used the pad and who used the wheel. Dean Wisocki races on the pad. Little Leach has rejoined, so thank God with 7 minutes to go, he will get time to qualify. Through Sterling Zen, he has a car behind him. You can hear the other engine of the car as we come into clearways. Sutty reckons it's going to be Gary, NJ and Swimfins will take a third place. That'll be nice for Swimfins, I'm sure. Holty is disconnected for some unknown reason. Hopefully he can get back on. And Dean Wisocki crosses the line and does a 1 minute 30.0. Gary immediately beats that with a 127.8. Ben beats that with a 126.8, 9/10 quicker. Where's Tyler? 10 seconds off the pace. I haven't seen Little Leach rejoin yet. He's rejoined now, in fact. There he is in the pits. Needs to get out. He's only got 6 minutes left. But it's Ben, currently on pole. Smithy reckons Gary, Ben, then Tyler. Here comes Little Leach. Out the pits he comes. Deeks has gone into P3 at the minute with Dean Wisocki still P4. Gary isn't the first car on track. Neither's Ben. Ben's backing out of this lap. Going to look for a bit more of a clear run through next time. TMLS is disconnected. Hopefully he can come back as well. We'd love to see the guys finish the season off in style. So Gary comes round the start line. Can he get 9/10 from somewhere? No, slower. For some strange reason there, Dean Wisocki's car was a ghost. We're not sure why. Tyler's got into P2, only just ahead of Gary, but still 9/10 off of Ben. So at the minute, Ben has the upper hand. Backed off in the last lap, did Ben? We've seen him back off. He's going to go for it this lap, hopefully. TMLS playing tactics, back to the pad he goes. He did a 126 earlier today, he said, in an afternoon race in the Porsches. So tactics for TMLS to 126 could put him on pole here and could get him in the mix with the championship battle. But here's Little Leach. Not set a time yet, neither has Alfie. What will Little Leach do this time around? He's about to cross the line. Nothing. Apologies. That was his outlap. Apologies for that. That was the Leach's outlap. TMLS has rejoined. NJ has gone into P4 ahead of Deeks. Peaceful Explosion's gone into 6th. Dean Wasoki's dropped down to 7th now, unfortunate for him. Monkey Boy currently in 8th. Don't forget, Monkey Boy last week at Silverstone International took a last-minute pole position. Can he pull it out the bag here today? Louis Mad is 9th. Swimfins is in 10th. Little Leach and Alfie still not set a lap time yet. Gary's gone into P2. Ben Phelan sets an even faster lap, and he's 1.7 ahead of Gary. He's lost it. Yep, lost it coming out of Paddock Hill Bend. But Tyler has gone 900ths of a second slower than Ben. Tyler's off as well as Ben, so this lap will be ruined for both of them two. Louis Matt's gone into 3rd. Gary's now down to 4th. Gary's got it all to do here. Gary drops to 5th, then NJ has taken 4th. As Holty reconnects just in time to possibly get a lap time in. TMLS there in the pits, you can see. Will he get a lap time in here? He'll have time for one. But it's Ben on pole, 900ths of a second ahead of Tyler, who has the wingless Porsche Carrera there. There's Ben. Louis Matt's gone into 3rd at the moment. NJ's up to 4th. Deeks is 5th. So Gary's dropped to 6th. So Gary needs to pull something special out of the hat here. Through Sterling's he comes. Anything here from Gary? Crosses the line now. And he's gone quicker, but it's still not good enough. 6/10 is the gap between him and Ben. Ben, we know, will be slower this time round after that first corner spin, as will Tyler, we know. There is time to get another one, if not 2 laps in for both these drivers and Gary. Here's Little Leach, still yet to set a time. Holt is in the pits. Louis Matt's in the pits. If Holty doesn't get out and Louis Matt doesn't get out, they're going to run out of time to get a lap in. I think they've missed the window now to get a lap in. But here comes Little Leach down towards Clearways. Where's he going to be on track? Stays low towards the pit wall. Comes into the middle of the track now. Over to the right-hand side. No lap time, so must have had an invalid lap. So Louis Matt's still in the pits. Holty's come out, but I think Holty may have missed his window. TMLS crosses the line to start his fast lap. Where's Gary? He's coming down towards Sterling's now. Louis Matt's pitted, so he's done for the day in P4. Doesn't normally race the Porsches. He's done at the minute. Gary crosses the line. Doesn't improve, so he's got 1 lap to get a quicker lap time in. Oh, and he's lost it round Paddock Hill Bend, so Gary won't improve. That's him done for the day. Ben didn't go any quicker. Tyler, can he find 900ths of a second here? Ben's got 1 lap to do another lap time. What's Tyler got? Slower, but he will get another lap time in, importantly. Monkey Boy's in 5th. NJ's down into 6th at the minute with Deek 7th. Dean Wasoki's also in the pits. He's backed out. Holty's still in the pits. See, Gary lost it round Paddock. He's done for the day. So Ben, at the minute, extra point. He'll close the gap to 6 points to Tyler. Down round Hawthorns. There's a car off in the background. That looks like Swimfins, if I'm going to be honest. Ben's ran a bit wide there. That might be a slowdown penalty for Ben. It is. So Ben's done. Little Leach has gone up into 2nd place. So that's even worse for Gary at the minute and for Tyler. Little each 300ths of a second behind Ben. It's so close. Here comes Tyler. He's gone round Sterling's. He's coming down towards Clearways for the final time in qualifying. What is his lap time going to be? There's a car in front of you just about to cross the line. Look for any improvements on the timing board. Oh, Tyler's hit the pit wall. Will not improve. So upper hand Ben at the minute. He's got the extra point. Moves himself to 6 behind Tyler. More importantly, Tyler and Gary start on the second row of the grid, and it's Ben and Little Leach on the front row. So if the race was to finish as it starts, with Tyler in third and Ben in second, Tyler will win the championship by a point. But don't forget, fastest lap on top of that. Then I do believe it goes down to race wins. TMLS managed to come on the pad and did a 127. Puts in mid-pack though. So it's Ben from Little Leach, Tyler in third, Gary fourth, not the qualifying he'd have hoped for. Louis Matz in fifth, Monkey Boy sixth, NJ in seventh, Deeks eighth, TMLS ninth, Peaceful Explosion, in 10th, Dean Wasaki 11th, Alfie 12th, and Swimfins 13th. Holty not setting a lap in 14th. So we're lined up on the grid for the final time in the BTCC Chat Porsche Carrera Cup. The revs rise. 1, 2, 3. It's lights out and away we go. And what a start from Tyler. Little Leach couldn't get it off the line, but Ben gets away well. And Tyler rocketed off the line. Ben leads through turn 1 into Tyler. Gary, carnage in the background there. That Swimfin's involved. Pick Tyler up going into Druids. Gary's into third. Little Leach has dropped to fifth. He saw Monkey Boy go wide at Druids there. Is that Dean Wasaki into fifth? No, it's TMLS into fifth. So what a start from him. Little Leach dropped to fourth. Gary challenging Tyler. Thinks better of it. Ben got off the line well. He's 8/10 in the lead at the minute as they come through the first corner. Gary's taken to the grass to try and overtake Tyler there, but it's not going to happen. Little Leach will see this in the background. If these two come together, that will really give Little Leach the upper hand. Ben drifts wide, 2 cars off in the background. Gary nearly binned it himself there. It's all go here, and Tyler, I think, might have had a slowdown penalty. Not too sure there, but Gary's pushing Tyler. Oh, and Tyler's round. Oh, that could be the championship gone. Little Leach is into second. Ben leads. Gary's third. TMLS is up to fourth with NJ fifth. Where's Tyler going to rejoin? P8, will he go? Drop to P9. No, he'll stay in front of Louis Matt. But Gary spins Tyler. We've seen them battling in the touring cars last week. TMLS off there in the background as NJ comes through, but it's Ben in the lead by 1.6. It's Little Leach second as the championship just took a turn on its head. Gary spins Tyler around, couldn't quite see if the door was open or not. Tyler was slow though up into Sterling's apologies, into the Sheen curve. And Gary was pretty much all over the back, if not pushing Tyler. Tyler, though, has to get his foot down because the way it stands at the minute, he's only scoring 8 points. That's not going to be enough. It's Deeks out in front. It's Alfie just behind. Where's Dean Wasaki? He's 11th. Louis Matt's in 10th. Tay doesn't normally race this. Monkey Boy's dropped to 12th. He was up there in 5th earlier. Peaceful Explosion. Swimfin's bringing up the rear. Alfie's up into 9th. But it's Ben up front. It's Little Leach, though, in second. Gary close to the back of Little Leach, 6/10 of a second. Gary will want to make things right. He knows he's got to beat Ben. He's now a point behind Ben. Little Leach, 12 points behind Gary, though, behind Tyler. This will put him above Tyler, I do believe, but not enough to obviously win the title as Ben's out in front and Gary's just behind. Tyler there in 7th place. 3 seconds to Holty up the road. TMLS is 5th. Good showing from TMLS here. NJ in 4th. A better showing from him tonight. But it's this man leads with a second gap. Tyler's up into 6th. TMLS has dropped to 7th, so he must have made a mistake somewhere. So Tyler up to 6th. That at the minute will score him 10 points. Still not enough because Ben will score 20. So that'll put Ben on to 114. And that'll put Tyler on to 110. Tyler's up to 6th, like I say. Monkey Boy on the back of Deeks, but it's Gary's in the wall! We was just about to go on board Gary. The marker was here to signal he was within a second of Little Each, and Gary's in the wall here. So he's had his championship over and done with. There's NJ now right on the back of Gary. There's Holty behind NJ. You can see Tyler just coming up through the corner there as they go through Sterling's. NJ on the back of Gary. Will Gary be able to pull away and try and close the gap to Little Each again? I think Little Each may have had a problem coming through the Clark curve because he's all of a sudden dropped right off the back of Ben. Ben has just gone here. Monkey Boy 10 seconds out in front. Monkey Boy 18 seconds behind in Ben in the lead, but he's within a second of Deeks. The marker's gone from NJ, so Gary's already pulled back to NJ there. There's Swim Fins. Oh, Swim Fins, we don't want to see that. Forcing Monkey Boy wide there. That's not what we want to see from the back markers. We ask every week that the back markers get out of the way and stay out of the way. That's not what you want to see. This guy's not even racing on the road. Well, maybe Ben will have to look into that. Gary, though, within a second of Little Each. The GT4 champion versus the GT5 champion. The Genettas champions, both of them in their own rights. But it's all about the Porsche Carrera Cup and who's going to win it. Gary must have had a slowdown. He backs off there. Monkey Boy still on the back of Deeks. Holty's getting to the back of NJ. Tyler's within 2 seconds of Holty. There he is. What's going to happen? What's Tyler got to do? So Ben, 20 points for the race. Again, like I say, we'll check fastest lap at the end, but at the minute as it stands, Ben will gain 20 points. Tyler at the moment only gaining 10. Tyler will need to gain. Tyler needs 3rd place. He needs the 15 points. Because Ben will finish on 114. Tyler needs 3rd to finish on 115. Obviously, depending on the fastest lap. With 8.5 minutes remaining, Tyler needs to get a wriggle on. We looked Holty in front. NJ's fell right off the back of Gary. Gary's fell off the back of Little Each. Ben's got a nice, comfortable 5-second gap out front. Holty, the marker's come up on, and it has on Tyler. Is Tyler now within that second of Holty? Yes, there you can see it. Right on the back of Holty. He's got to make the move here. It's Westwood. Oh, Holty's disconnected, so the move's been made easy for Tyler. Hopefully Holty can get back. That's unlucky for him. He was running well again. 5th place for Tyler. We know it's not enough for Tyler, though. NJ is on the back of Gary here. Has Gary had another mistake? Will NJ look to make a move into clearways? No, thinks better of it this time around. Will have to run down the start-finish straight, though, into Paddock Hill Bend. We're in a real battle that's on track. Everybody else seems a bit spaced out here. The only 2 penalties at the minute, Louis Matt and Dean Wasocki. TMLS getting into the back of Monkey Boy. There was cars off there. Little Each has been off. Gary's gone wide for some reason. Not quite sure what's happened to Gary there. Gary's off. Gary seems to have stopped. And Tyler's through. Has Gary let Tyler back through there? Is that the case? You're right there, Mark. Ben did say last week if you could drop one car from the Elite Series, it would be the Porsches. He's not thinking that now. You're definitely right. Little each on the back of NJ. Did Gary let Tyler have 4th place back? If that's the case, that puts Tyler on the front foot. He'll only need one more position, and in front is Little Each and NJ. Why would Gary give that up there? Does Gary know his championship can't be won and he's staying out of a fight? Did he give it him back because he was in the wrong for spinning Tyler around early on? 6.5 minutes remain. Sutty reckons he's let Tyler pass. Little Each all over the back of NJ. There's Tyler in the background. Little Each looks up the inside into clearways. Takes a bit of curb. Job done. Nice and easy there. But Tyler, P4, will gain now 13 points depending on fastest lap. At the minute, that's not enough. At the minute, Ben will be crowned champion. If Ben gets fastest lap and Tyler gets second, who has had the most race wins? Looking at this, Tyler's not actually won a Porsche race, and it'll be Ben who won round 3 with the looks of this and will win this round. So if Ben gets fastest lap and Tyler finishes 3rd, I think it'll go on a count back and Ben will win on race wins. So interesting. Holty says stupid internet again. Unfortunately, Holty there, mate, he was running well. Hopefully he can join us back for the touring car race. Tyler within a second. Gary's binned it in the background. Gary loses it on his own. Ben that far in front now, but it's Tyler. We can see Ben's in front. Gary's out the equation. Little Each isn't going to win it while Ben's leading this race. Tyler is the man that can stop Ben. Oh, there's a bit of carnage there. Who's the back marker? But he's let NJ pass Little Each, and that's giving Tyler a run on Little Each. Little Each a bit wide there. I believe that may be Alfie. Possibly ruining this front running race. But Little Each drops to 3rd now, and it's Tyler 4th. 4.5 minutes remaining. Little Each was sideways there, and he's round, and that's put Tyler into 3rd where he needs to be. Now, down to fastest laps at the minute then. Ben needs a fastest lap to win this title. He knows what he's got to do now. I can't say who's got the fastest lap at the minute. We'll have to see at the end. But Ben needs a fastest lap. I do believe my calculations are correct. Tyler has a good 6-second gap behind to Little Each after he spun. Will he just control it and go for 3rd place? He knows a fastest lap will give Ben the trophy. I'm sure he'd have worked all this out earlier today. So he kind of does need NJ in a way to just confirm he's won the title. Absolute carnage then at the start of this race with Gary and Tyler coming together. Gary then giving the place back. Little Each lost it. Tyler flashing the lights. He's had a flash to NJ in front. He's only got 2 seconds. So let me just work this out. Yeah, if Ben gets fastest lap and wins the race, he'll be on 215, and Tyler will go on 215. So Tyler needs the 2nd place or the fastest lap. Ben out front has controlled this race like he did in the GT4s, like he did in the Renault Clios. He's been absolutely brilliant tonight, Ben. Been on it, been up for it. NJ, this will be his best result tonight, so he's not going to want to let Tyler through that easy. Tyler, though, fastest lap or 2nd place. It's not really closing on NJ. If Ben can pull out one of his qualifying laps, well. So Ben, just to remind you, needs the fastest lap to tie with Tyler on points, but will win it on account back of race wins. Ben will have 2 to Tyler's none. Tyler needs second place or the fastest lap himself to win the title. At the moment, he's 3.1 behind NJ with a minute 40 to go. Smithy in the chat, Ben's driving well. He's been driving well all evening. From the get-go, Ben has just been on it. He's had all the work to do after last week. And he's going and going and pushing and pushing. 6 seconds the gap between Ben and NJ, you can see on the side of the screen. But it's all about what this man's doing. There's no other battles on track. We see Leach. Dean Wasocki is that. Yep, Dean Wasocki all have penalties. But it's all about this man. Who's got the fastest lap of the race? Who's the guy who's going to win this title? Holt is rejoined. That's good for the final race. Swimfins has gone off there. You can see in front of the camera. Keeping out of everybody's way. Excuse me. You can see there from the split time. Tyler's a 10th up on his time. Now is that his fastest lap it'll be. Ben is 4 seconds up the road from NJ. Comes into paddock here, look, for the final time in the Porsches. There is a bit of a battle on track. Let's just go to it. TMLS and Monkey Boy running the no spoiler version of the Porsche. Monkey Boy's off there, and does TMLS pass him? Yep, with ease. Does Deeks get past him? He will, because Monkey Boy Deeks is span around. So Monkey Boy passes him. Oh, his Peaceful Explosion. He's a bit too far back, I do believe. Monkey Boy gets going again. But Tyler within a second of NJ. So is Tyler going to go for it on this final lap? Or what? That I possibly believe is Dean Wasocki about to be lapped again. Keep out the way, keep out the way. Well done, respect to the blue flag. Stays wide for Ben. That were either TMLS or Dean Wasocki. They both run in the same colours. Can't tell you who. Flash of the lights from Tyler. That's not going to bother NJ. He's focused. He wants a second place here. We're going to have to miss Ben crossing the line, unfortunately, because this battle's heating up. If Tyler gets second title done, even if Ben has done the fastest lap of the race, we're coming down towards the final 2 corners then. Clear waves and the Clark curve. And it's NJ round. Ben has won. He's about to cross the line and wins in the Porsche Cup. 3 wins tonight for Ben. Can NJ hold off Tyler? He does. Now we wait for fastest lap. So a good win for Ben again. Well done to you, mate. NJ second. Cracking result for yourself. Tyler third. We wait for fastest lap. We wait for confirmation. Little Leach will come home in 4th place. Louis Matt will get 5th. He has got penalties, so it depends on the penalties to Gary. Gary having a bit of a poor result here. He's 6th place at the moment. Will he pass Louis Matt on penalties? Yes, he will. So Louis Matt had plenty of penalties, and Louis Matt should finish 6th then in the end. TMLS has penalties himself. Eases it round that final corner. Ben, he said, I had the championship for half the race until Oti disconnected. We don't know yet, Ben. We don't know on fastest lap. TMLS 7th. Deeks in 8th. Monkey Boy gets 9th. Peaceful Explosion will come round to 10th. Dean has finished in 11th. Alfie will finish in 12th. And Swimfins will get to finish the race in 13th. But we've seen Swimfins get in the way a bit here. Now, the important thing is, who has got the fastest lap of this race? Tyler didn't do the job to get second, so it's a straight up fastest lap shootout. Ben or Tyler? We're just waiting for these last couple to cross the line. I do believe we're waiting for Swimfins and Alfie. I do believe it was. Last one's crossing the line now. Who got fastest lap? Ben or Tyler? Ben did a 125.6. Tyler did a 126.2. So Ben will take the championship on a count back of race wins. Ben has had 2 to Tyler's none. So Ben will take the championship. In the race he commentated on last Thursday and said that'd be the one he'd drop. He's the champion. Congratulations to you. We've had 4 different champions in 4 different leagues here. The BTCC chat, the British Touring Car chat, Porsche Carrera Cup. Ben Phelan takes it on fastest lap to equal points to then take it to 2 race wins to none. Tyler says no. Am I missing something, Tyler? Little Leach had fastest lap. Apologies, he did. I only looked at Tyler and Ben. Oh, oh, I've got all happy for Ben and it's not Ben. Oh, that's my mistake. Apologies to Ben. So Tyler takes the championship. He takes his 2nd title of the evening. Apologies to Ben there. That's my mistake. I didn't look at Little Leach. I just took Ben and Tyler into consideration. Apologies. Let's just double check that none of the back runners. Swim Fins didn't take fastest lap, did it? No. Neither did Alfie, neither did Dean. So now it was just Little Leach who took fastest lap by the smallest of margins. Sorry to Ben. My mistake there. But Tyler is your British Touring Car Chat champion. So Ben takes his 3rd win of the evening from NJ from Tyler 4th with the fastest lap. TMLS Monkey Boy 9th, Peaceful Explosion 10th, Dean Hockey 11th, Alfie 12th and Swim Thins 13th. Apologies to Ben. I cannot be sorry enough. Got his hopes up there and it turns out Little Leach took the fastest lap. A solid race from Ben nevertheless. Take nothing away from Ben in that race. In fact, in all 3 races tonight, take nothing away from Ben. He's driven his heart out. The things just haven't fell Ben's way here. Unfortunately for him. But Tyler will take the 2nd championship of the evening as we head into the British BTCC Blueprints Touring Car Championship. Don't forget the Renault Megane is banned in this one. So I'm just looking at my points in this one. Technically, Little Leach and NJ can't. No, Little Leach and NJ can't win this. Apologies. They can finish 2nd, depending if Tyler scores nothing, which is probably unlikely. So it's a straight shootout between Gary and Tyler for this one. NJ and Little Leach can battle it out for 3rd place honours. So what's going to happen here is we're just going to take a short, quick break. Tyler will leave the session to reset up a new host, and then we'll get back underway then. So we're about to get underway. Just waiting for everybody to rejoin the lobby. This is so that Tyler and the guys can there you go, TMLS, and just claiming up why Dean and him have the same coloured car. It's a football thing. He supports a blue and amber team, and Dean supports a blue and yellow rubbish team. There we go then. Waiting for everybody to get into the server. Been some cracking racing tonight. Gary dominated the first race, which Little Leach won the title, had already wrapped up the title in. Ben has dominated the 3 races after that, in which he came close in the last one. By my mistake on reading the fastest lap, Little Leach had it. But here, Gary leads the title race into this touring car event. So don't forget the Renault Megane is banned. As it's just too overpowered, so the choices you get is the Mercedes, the BMW and the Opel Astra, Vauxhall Astra. Alti says he's needing an invite to touring cars. There we go, he's joined, he's on. And Jay says he'll happily take a second in the Porsches, as he's normally shocking. A lot of messages to Ben about how unlucky he's been through the season. You look at Ben, he's been quick all year. He's been up there all year. We commentated earlier in the season on how Ben and Tyler had such good close races in a couple of races. And just one stage last week in the GT4s, a collision with him and Alfie cost him the title this week round. Today, Little Leach snuck in a fastest lap. At the end of the day, Little Leach had to score the extra point. He had a chance of winning it as well. So what cars do we look like we've got there? Tyler looks like he's in the Mercedes, NJ Mercedes. Peaceful Explosion, Little Leach, Ben in the BMW. Louis Matt in the Astra. Deeks, TMLS in the BMW. Swimfins looks Mercedes. Alfie looks Mercedes. Gary, BMW. Monkey Boy, Mercedes. Dean was socket. That looks like the Opel Astra for me. For Dean. Holty in the Mercedes. Don't know what we're waiting on at the moment. So the final race here. Hopefully you can join us for Knock Hill, where I will be streaming and commentating again on Twitch, live on this channel. As we're underway. For what will be the final race of the THR Racing Touring Car League. Group B. Group A we know finished last week. Group B finishes tonight. We go to Knock Hill for a top 6 shootout between the best. See who can come out on top in that one. Join me live on this channel next week, I do believe. I'll speak with Tyler and we'll get dates sorted for that. Should be some cracking racing in there. The top 6 from both leagues. Very quick guys. So here we go then. For the final time tonight, it's the BTCC Blueprints Touring Car Cup. And running through the table, Gary leads on 110 points. Tyler second on 100. So Tyler 10 points behind going into qualifying. So can Tyler win his 3rd title of the evening? Will Gary win his 2nd title of the evening? Little Leach is in third, tied with NJ. They've got a battle for third. They're tied on 80 points. Louis Mack could also take third. Also, so could TMLS. Ben is 7th. Holt is 8th. Monkey Boy is 9th. Dean Wisocki is 10th. Deeks is 11th. Peaceful Explosion is 12th. Alfie 13th. Little Trev 14th. Swimfins 15th. Master 16th. And Don't Know Mate is 17th. Bringing up the rear. So first car out on track. We'll try and pick up again as normal. It's not Dean Wisocki, I think it's Monkey Boy. It is Monkey Boy. So let's go on board Monkey Boy for a lap. And see. Okay, Kieran Argent saying I thought you'd be up for Knockhill rather than commentating. Yeah, I did speak to Tyler about it. But with no one being able to cover the stream, I thought I'd rather commentate than race Knockhill and give the opportunity to someone else. As much as I'd be up for the racing, I'd enjoy doing the commentating as well. So we're on board with Monkey Boy. He's gone through Paddock Hill Bend, down the hill and back up the hill, runs a bit wide into Druids. Back downhill again into the Graham Hill Bend onto the Cooper Straight. And round into Surtees, the 2.4 mile long track. It's the power down there. Into Pilgrim's Drop then. Down to slightly come back up the hill into Hawthorne's Corner. Just on the brakes a bit, back on the power, flat out. Probably in the wrong gear there, keeps it into 5th as he comes into Westfield. Down to 4th, on the power through Dingledell. Now back uphill again to Sheen Curve. Brakes, locks up the braking a bit there. Around to the right side of the track for the left-hander of Stirling's. As you come out of Stirling's, get the power down. You've got a good long straight now before you hit Clearways. Pick your braking zone early. Into Clearways, half brake, back on the throttle, ease it round. He's just touched the gravel on the grass a bit. Gets away with that a bit there as he comes around the clock curve and over the start-finish line. His time will be a 1:33.3. So not a bad time there from Monkey Boy. Dean Wisocki was the second car on track. He's not now. He's now the third as Alfie's gone second. Dean Wisocki goes third. There's Halty. So where's Gary? Tyler's just gone second. He's a second slower than Monkey Boy. Where's Gary then? He's coming around into Stirling's as we can see. Round Clark Curve into the start straight. Where does Gary go? He's gone pole position. We're on board with Halty. I thought it was on board with Gary there. Halty runs wide as you can see. So Gary half a second up at the minute. Over Monkey Boy. Louis Matt's gone into third place in the Astra. NJ's fourth. Tyler's down in fifth though. Alfie's in sixth in his Mercedes. Peaceful Explosion in the BMW 7th. TMLS in the BMW is 8th. Ben's down in 9th in his BMW. Deeks 10th. Dean Wisocki 11th. Halty, Swimfins and Little Leach haven't set a time. Sutty reckons Gary or Neil for pole position here. Neil being NJ. We'll see Dean Wisocki come around the final corner. Does he improve on his time? That's Tyler behind him on track. So let's see if Tyler goes any quicker. Flashing like mad at Dean Wisocki. Tyler's gone on pole. Dean has gone up to 7th himself respectively. Gary second, comes round the clock curve. Who's going to do it? Under 5 minutes left. Gary goes 1.1 quicker, so Tyler 3 tenths down at the minute. NJ's third, he's 6 tenths behind. Monkey Boy's in fourth. Louis Matt's in 5th, Alfie's 6th. Where is NJ? Tipped for pole, 3rd place, just said that. Where's Ben? 3 wins tonight. He goes up to P4 as he crosses line as we go on board with him. So P4 but for Ben, 9/10 back. Holty not set a time yet. Is this him coming round to set a time? It might be, I do believe. Yeah, but just a 1:45, stays last at the minute. Swimfin's coming around to set a time here then. Doesn't set a time, so must have had a slowdown penalty. Little Leach still not set a time himself. That'll be crucial in the battle with him, Louis, Matt and NJ for P3. As he passes what I do believe is to be TMLS. That was Dean Wasocki in front. Dean Wasocki getting all out of shape. And off goes Dean Wasocki into the gravel trap. But Tyler, 1-2 titles tonight. Can he take 3? A pole position will close the gap to 9 points. So far, it's his rival on pole. Crosses the line. Slower, so doesn't improve. Can Gary as he comes down the back straight in towards Clearways, round the clock curve. Down the start straight, that's somebody in the pits. I do believe that's Deeks or Louis Matt. Gary goes quicker, so Tyler's got to find a second. Louis Matt has pitted. Is this a change of tyres and go? Ben's just got a lap time invalid. Louis Matt, I think, has gone in for a change of tyres and go. Trying a different tactic maybe there. Swimfin's and Little Leach still not set a lap time. Not what they will be wanting. Tyler will want the extra point, but is a second behind Gary at the minute. NJ's up into 3rd. Ben currently P4. He's coming into Druids at the minute. Camera picks him up there. There's Monkey Boy in 5th. Louis Matt so far 6th. Trying something. What's he trying? We'll see if he can get up there at all. There's Holty in 7th. Alfie's in 8th. TMLS is 9th. He's got what looks to be NJ all over the back of him. TMLS spins round. Bit too much curve maybe there. There's Deeks in 10th. Peaceful Explosion's on 11th. Dean Wasocki is 12th. He's going to want to pick up a bit more time there. Swimfins has done a time, but it's 20 seconds slower than the leader. That's well off the pace. Little Leach, the only guy to not set a time at the moment. But where's Tyler? Crosses the line. Only gains 2/10. So it's an 8/10 gap at the minute with 1:46. Should have time for 2 laps, should Tyler. Here's Gary. Looked like he took a bit too much curb there. That's Dean Wasocki in front. Does Gary improve at all? No, slower. Now Gary's lights are on. That was Dean Wasocki in front. Did he get wacky-sacked? Gary's clipped the gravel. I don't think Gary has enough time to do another. He'll get 1 lap in. Will he get a second like Tyler? I'm not quite sure. Smithy says Tyler flies off the start, so we'll have to see if he gets a good start tonight. But there he is in his Mercedes. It's not going his way at the minute. NJ still 3rd. Ben's still in 4th. He's about to cross the line. No improvement from Ben. Little Leach still not set a time. Alfie's pitted, so Alfie's done for the day. Is Gary still stuck behind Dean Wasocki? No. Gary's got in front now. Can he get round in time to get another lap in? I didn't see what time he crossed the line. Tyler will get a lap in after this. All being well, TMLS is pitted. He's called it a day for his final qualifying. Top 10 at the minute for TMLS and Alfie, both in the pits. Little Leach still not set a lap time yet. Here comes Tyler though into Clearways. He's got a Mercedes in front of him. Don't want him to get in the way. Stays out the way well. Tyler shouldn't have lost any time there. Here comes Tyler. He's got to find 8/10. He will cross the line with enough time to get another lap in. Doesn't go any quicker. Where's Gary? He's coming down towards Clearways now. Down into 12 seconds. Will Gary get another lap in? He's pushing hard. He'll want the extra lap so that Tyler, he can try and match Tyler. He's got 5 seconds to cross the line. Here comes Gary. He gets another lap in. He's gone slower there, so he will get another lap as well as Tyler. As did NJ there. Holty's pitted. He's 6th. Alfie's in the pits. We know he's 8th. TMLS is 9th. Dean Wasocki drives into the pits. He's 12th. Must have been down on his time. What is Louis Matt? He's 7th. He's crossing the line now. NJ's gone second to Tyler. Tyler's put it in the pits. NJ also puts it in the pits. Louis Matt, his tactic Must have worked. He's got up into P5. But Gary has pitted. He knows he's got pole. Ben goes second. So Tyler's dropped to fourth in the end. And his work is even harder to do at the minute. Down to P4. Gary gains an extra point. The gap is up to 11. So poor Tyler was second all of qualifying. And Ben and NJ right at the last minute come and nick it from him. Who's that round the back of the track? It's not Peaceful Explosion. Swim Fins is still on a lap, so we'll just go on board Swim Fins for the final lap here. This will complete qualifying into Stirling's. Down towards Clearways. Can he go quicker than a 151? He's in the gravel. He's spun round. He's going to complete his lap time at least. But it's Gary on pole. Advantage Gary at the moment. Little Each didn't set a time in all of that. So qualifying over. It's Gary. Upper hand to him at the minute. Ben in second. NJ's gone to third. Tyler's dropped to fourth. Louis Matt's in fifth. He went into the pits. Must have changed his tyres. Come back out. Gets a P5. Monkey Boy in sixth. Holty seventh. Alfie's in 8th, Peaceful Explosions 9th, TMLS is 10th, Deeks 11th, Dean Wasaki 12th, Swimfins 13th, and Little Leach 14th place. What's going off? Oh, we've been kicked from the server. The server's gone. For some strange reason, the server isn't there, so we cannot see this last race of the night. Bear with me while I try and get this back. Right, we're back. We may miss the start of this race. I don't know what's happened here. Spectate. Okay. I don't know what's happened there. We are back with it. We might have missed the start of this race, though. For some reason, kicked from the server. Not 100% certain what that was all about. Apologies to those watching. Hopefully we haven't missed too much as it loads back in. Problems on the final race. Apologies about this. Okay, so we're back live then. We've missed the start of the race, but we can see it's Gary leading from Tyler. We've only missed the first couple of corners, so not sure what's happened there. Apologies for that. Got kicked from the server, but it's Gary leading from Tyler. Ben is in third place. Monkey Boy's up to fourth. Holty is in fifth. Deeks is sixth. Little Leach seventh. TMLS is eighth. Louis Matt in 9th, NJ's 10th, Dean Wasaki 11th, Alfie's 12th, Swimfin's 11th, Peaceful Explosion brings up the rear. But up front it's 0.2 of a second, Gary to Tyler. Just to let you know that Gary needs to win, Tyler needs to win this race with Gary finishing 11 points behind. So that will be 7th place. So for Tyler to win, Gary needs to finish 7th. But it's Gary who leads across the line. Tyler won't let him want to get away. Ben looking for his 4th win of the evening. He's right there in 3rd. Tyler, does he look up the inside into Druidge? Oh, thought about it. Gary runs wide on exit. Tyler up the inside there though. But Gary will be up on the inside into the Graham Hill bend. Good exit, who gets the better run out. Tyler looks like he has it and he's going up the inside for Surtees. He's going to keep it here. We know you can pass around the outside of Surtees. It's a long left-hander. And look at the advantage that Gary gets for running that bit wider. But Tyler's keeping his nose in. Monkey Boy in the background there. Nobody interested in this as well. Ben in 3rd. Gary defends off Tyler there. You see Ben in 3rd. It all kicked off with these 3 last week as well. Tyler last week ran the BMW, this week runs the Mercedes. There's Ben. Tyler's off! Gary's off, apologies. Gets it back on in front of Tyler. Tyler looks up the inside. Job done. Tyler runs wide, took too much grip. Ben through the middle. They've touched. Gary's round. Ben's round with Gary. Gary's in the middle of the road. Monkey Boy, how he misses him, I don't know. Ben keeps it in second. Tyler is in the lead. Gary's fourth. No, drops to fifth. NJ's taking Gary. Gary's sixth. So this is where Gary needed to not finish. Loses one more place. That could be Gary's title. Over and done. We don't forget though. Fastest lap will pay its part. I will make sure the fastest lap is checked correctly. NJ is at a slowdown penalty because Gary's got the run on him there and overtakes him. Gary's up into P5. Ben within a second of Tyler though. Unbelievable stuff there. Gary went off, Tyler on two wheels, Ben through the middle, and it all just bounced off each other. Unbelievable. Little each on the back of Dean Wasocki, that looks like. We've lost Deeks from the server, I do believe. Hopefully that's his championship done, unfortunately. So he won't be able to overtake Dean Wasocki in the title standings, unfortunately. But Tyler and Gary and Ben all touch. Ben's not in this title race. Gary and Tyler are. And I tell you what a time to be picking that up. Where is Gary? He's there. He's got NJ right on the rear of him. Louis Matt not far in the background. Little each you can see with the marker still behind Dean Wasocki. Here goes NJ on Gary. Gary doesn't want this. He wants a nice easy drive in fifth, but he's got to fight for this title. Tyler's a second and a half out front. He's doing what he needs to do. He's just got to hope and pray that Gary and NJ slow each other down, that others can pass Gary. So we didn't lose any of the drama. We came back in time for the drama. Gary's now got a bit of a gap to NJ. Louis Matt, is that Louis Matt? No, yeah, that's Louis Matt in the background. Little Leach has passed Dean Wasocki. So Tyler's about to cross the line to start lap 4 of this final race of the Group B season. He's 4 seconds to Monkey Boy, up in second place. Remember, Monkey Boy had some good run-ins last week before getting taken out in a few races. So we know he's fast. He's past Ben, so Ben must have made a mistake, to be honest. But Gary, where's Gary? Oh, the camera's just not picked him up. He's right behind Holty in 4th. So that'll be what Gary wants. Places back. Holty running a bit wide there. Gary will have the better run through the corner. Holty may have a slowdown penalty. Gary flashing his lights at Holty, wanting him to move. Good run from Holty this in 4th place at the moment. Oh, rubbing doors with Gary there. Gary has to run out to Surtees, gets the job done. Holty tucks into the slipstream though. Ben has passed Monkey Boy again. That's for 2nd place. And Gary's back up into 4th. There was Ben and Monkey Boy going through your camera shot. So Gary not too far off the back of them. There they are. I totally agree with this. Group A will be interesting next year with these guys making the step up to that better group, the faster group of the two. Not saying that these guys are any slower. It was just the way the qualification worked. I've raced with Gary, Ben and Tyler before. NJ, all quick guys. TMLS as well. Oh, and Holty spins in front of Neil J. And they're both off. Louis Mack could come through in the background to take a position here. They're both back on, but Louis Matt will be up to speed before they are, and he has to do a mobile chicane through them. Alfie is disconnected from the server, does Little Leach. Little Leach sideways. How did he save that? What a save that is. But Holty off again. Where's Dean Wasocki? Will he manage to get past Holty? He's only on the start line. Gary, though, on the back of Monkey Boy. This is what we want to see. Monkey Boy on the back of Ben. Gary on the back of Monkey Boy. Not right there, but he's close enough. TMLS on the back of Dean Wasocki. They two have battled each other all season long, and may that continue into Group B next season. But at the moment, it's Gary 131 we're watching here. He's looking for his 2nd title. Tyler 6 seconds out front. He's doing what he needs to do. Someone else has pitted from this session, I do believe, because Dean Wasoki's up into 8th. Monkey Boy, I think, has a slowdown. And Gary goes through. So Gary's on the podium. He's into 3rd. He's got Ben to catch now. He's only 1.6 behind. Tyler will know this. And Tyler will realise his championship is slipping away from him with every second that ticks by. Let's go back to talking about Battle. Monkey Boy with Caesar within a second of Gary. NJ close to Louis Matt with Little each on the back of NJ there. Where's Dean Wasoki and TMLS there in the background? These two have battled each other all season long. May that continue into Group B. Will these guys be front runners in Group B next year when the guys take a step up and some guys maybe take a step down? Will these guys be front runners in all that action? Possibly. We'll have to wait to see. Don't count out Louis Matt, Monkey Boy. They will more than likely, most definitely be front runners. Yep, his Monkey Boy Gary is the closest gap on track at the moment. 6.5 minutes remaining. Holty is disconnected from the server. Internet problems all night for Holty. No, Group B is no slower. It was just the way of qualification that put Group A and Group B. The qualification process for this was a lap round Donington in the touring car, which put you into Group A or Group B. You can see there Gary with Ben in the front with a damaged front bumper. Damage is turned off, it's just visual, so it won't affect the car in any shape or form. It is just visual damage. Little each on the back of NJ though. That's how I look at this. Someone's lost their bonnet there. That is possibly Louis Matt. Little each on the back of NJ. And also TMLS on the back of Dean Wasoki. This is the closest battle on track at the minute. Louis Matt there as well. So NJ and Little Leach catching Louis Matt. NJ right on the back of him now, in fact. TMLS just got back onto the back of Dean Wasoki. They're a further few seconds behind this battle on track. Is NJ going to look up the inside of Louis Matt into Druid? I think he is. No, not this time around, but Louis Matt's run wide, so can NJ get the run out the corner? No, can't there. Little each still waiting in the background. He's 13 seconds ahead of Dean Wasoki and TMLS. The camera will pick him up coming into Druids. That's how far back they are from the battle in front. Up front it's still Tyler who leads. Louis Matt pulls to the left, right hand side of the road. NJ to the left. He has the run out of Surtees down the hill into Hawthorns. Job done. NJ takes 5th place, but Gary right on the back of Ben now. Gary passes Ben. Tyler will know his title's gone. And with 4.5 minutes remaining, that's not what Tyler would have wanted to see. Where does Gary make the move? Does Gary think about making the move? He's got Monkey Boy 3 seconds behind him. Ben just in front. You can see Louis Matt Little Leach in a battle now. TMLS on the back of Dean Wasoki again. But this one's the important one. This one could depend the title. Gary doesn't need to pass Ben, but at the same time wants all the points he can get to make sure Tyler doesn't win that title. There's a 5-point difference from 1st to 3rd, but Tyler needs 11. And as you can see from last time round, Gary was 0.3 quicker than Tyler on the last lap. So Gary still wants this. Louis Matt and Little Each still battling. TMLS and Dean again. It's just the gap's just separated a bit more. They're down to 11 runners, unfortunately. So you can see these cars are quite gapped on the map there. Gary keeps it to 0.3. Ben has driven well all night. 3 wins for Ben. Gary had the win in the Ginetta Juniors this earlier. Gap just up to 0.4. Ben's ran onto the gravel. He's still there, and Gary round the outside. There's a back marker there. And through with ease, stays out the way nicely. That was Swimfins, and he kept out the way, fortunately. So Gary's done Ben. Gary's into P2. That's a battle between Louis Matt, NJ and Little Each. This has been going on for some time now. See the gap between Ben and Ben and Gary starting to go up. Little Each a bit drifty through the corner. NJ must have a slowdown penalty because Louis Matt's passed him. He's slowing down. As there goes Little Each. He's passed him as well. So NJ must have had a slowdown penalty. Back up front though. Ben still not been dropped by Gary. Still within a second. 6/10 is the gap. Last time around, Gary quicker than Tyler by half a second. It doesn't mean that's the fastest lap. That's just last time round. The fastest lap could have already been done by now. We're down to the final 2 minutes. So we'll have 2 more laps, this one and the next lap, for the final time in the Group B. We unfortunately missed the start due to being kicked from the server to start with. Little Each still within a second of Louis Matt. That gap's 8/10. The gap to Ben and Gary is 9/10. Getting ever more. Tyler is going to come home and win this race. Louis Matt's picked up a time penalty, unfortunately. So time penalty for Louis Matt, Little Each, NJ, Deeks, Dean. Sorry, for Dean, not Deeks. Deeks disconnected. TMLS and Peaceful Explosion. Little Each has passed Louis Matt. But here we go for the final time then. As we come round Clark Curve, we're going to start the final lap of this race. And it's Tyler who leads with 1:04 to go. From this man, Gary in second. Ben's just a further 9/10 behind Gary. Monkey Boy's down in fourth. He's drove a nice quiet race, kept out of trouble. You see a Little Each in the background there. He's up to fifth from the back of the grid. Louis Matt's in sixth. Just 7/10 behind him. NJ's in seventh. Dean Wasocki is eighth. That's TMLS off on the grass behind him, unfortunately. Would have been looking to close that gap up to try and get a top 10 as Dean puts a lap on Swimfins. There's Peaceful Explosion. There is Swimfins, who Dean had to take to the grass to lap. He's now off and hopefully keeps off so TMLS can pass. Yep, he stayed off well. Tyler then coming down to Hawthorns for the final time tonight. He's not put a foot wrong in this race, bar 2 wheels on a curve that bounced him wide, that let Ben through the middle, that caused him Ben and Gary to have an incident. He's not put a foot wrong in this race. He's drove brilliantly. Ben must have had a problem because Monkey Boy has taken third. But here we go, down the straight towards Clearways for the final time this season. Into Clark Curve. He slows down Tyler. What's he slowing down for? Not quite sure. He's stopping on the grid. Is he going to let Gary take the win here? If so, that's really nice. He knows he can't win the title. No, Tyler's going to cross the line. They come home together. Tyler wins the race from Gary. What a nice gesture that is from Tyler. It's going to be Monkey Boy to take a P3. What a result that is. Ben will come home in a solid fourth. Little Each fifth. No, Louis Matt gets fifth on penalties. Little Each takes sixth. Neil NJ takes sixth on penalties. So how many penalties did Little Each have here? Probably not enough for Dean Wasocki to pass him. So Gary is your BTCC Blueprints Touring Car Champion. Tyler respectively there. He says in the chat he tried to let Gary cross the line, but he rolled over instead. That's fine. Nice little photo finish. Dean gets 8th. TMLS will come home for 9th place. A flash of the lights from you. Well done. Peaceful Explosion around the final corner for the final time to take 10th place. And Swimfins will come home to take the final position. But it's Gary who's taken the GT4 Super Cup and the Touring Car Cup. So Tyler takes the race win from Gary. From Monkey Boy. Fantastic podium for Monkey Boy. Absolutely fantastic. So 2 championships apiece for Tyler and Gary there then. Thank you, Sutty, for the great words for me and Ben there for commentary. Ben, again, as always, great job on a Thursday night. Look forward to hopefully some more great commentary. Hope to commentate with you one day. That'll be a pleasure. So thank you to all the sponsors: Prestige Man, Ginetta GT5, Ginetta Junior Cup, the Tin Top Racing UK, who was in the chat earlier with us for the Renault Clio Cup, the Hard Compound for the GT4 Super Cup, the BTCC chat for the Porsche Carrera Cup, and the BTCC Blueprints for the Touring Car Cup. Well done to Little Each, who won the Ginetta Juniors. Well done to Tyler, who won the Clios and the Porsches. And well done to Gary, the GT4 and the Touring Car Championship. Brilliant racing throughout all night. Well done to everybody taking part in both Group A and in Group B. Fantastic to see such a good community, good group of lads try and take part and try their best each and every week. Thank you to everybody who's been a part of the stream and a part of Ben Phelan's YouTube commentary. We thank you a lot. Thanks to JPH, who commentated earlier in the season. Thank you to everybody. And join us. Thanks for Tyler setting up the league. Also there, Sutty, TMLS as well. Great organisation, well run through this. Thanks to all our sponsors as I went through them earlier. Tyler has put on the amount of effort that Tyler has put into this. I know Tyler's obviously had a few personal problems in the past week that has been a bit hard for him to get everything organised for this final week's events, but well done to him. Hats off to Tyler for organising such an event. Thank you, Gary, for your kind words. To all the competitors, thank you very much. We see you at Knockhill for the top 6 of Group B versus the top 6 of Group A. And please, everybody, stay safe during this time and join us for next season. Thank you and good night.